What is going on? What is going on? The game's about to get started. We're about to get ready. Let's go. It's about to be lit right now. Yes, sir. Right now, we're going to be covering the 1 o'clock games. It's going to be a couple of good ones here. As you guys can tell, one of the main games that it's going to be covering right now is going to be the Tennessee Titans game. Just getting a few more things set up here, waiting for the games to start. Right now, the games have not yet officially started, so they are still on the way at the moment. Right now, we're about to get kickoff at the Steelers and Ravens game, and Tennessee Titans and the Houston Texans look like they've already kicked off. So here we go. We are on the way. Going to be covering 3 different games, so going to be switching back and forth between a few of them. Right now, looks like Tennessee Titans game has Houston with the ball first. They do a short pass to number 83, and it should be good for about 6 or 7 yards at the moment. Steelers, Ravens just started, so no action there other than the kickoff at the moment. Just to let you guys know, we're covering 3 games. It's going to be Titans versus Texans, Steelers versus Ravens, and then we'll switch in and out between the Bengals versus the Browns game. That game may or may not be good. We'll see. We'll keep it tuned in. Right now, just getting my devices here ready so we can cover all 3 games. The Bengals Browns is going to be the one that I will probably cover a little bit less because I think the Steelers and Ravens and the Tennessee Titans and Houston Texans are going to be a much more action-packed game. So right now, I've got those 2 games on. The score is 0-0. The both games are on the way. Who are you guys going for today, and who do you think is going to win between the Steelers and the Ravens, the Titans and the Texans, and the Bengals and the Browns? For those of you that don't know, since the Chiefs won last night, the Chiefs have temporarily taken first place. But if Tennessee Titans win today, the Tennessee Titans will take the lead, and they'll be able to go ahead and seal the deal with the number 1 seed. But if they lose, then it opens up the opportunity for them to possibly drop to third if the Bengals win today. And also, the Chiefs will end up maintaining first. So the Chiefs temporarily have first place right now. Tennessee Titans is going to be a big time game for them to go ahead and get this victory because if they win today, they will be able to go ahead and seal the deal in the number 1 seed. The Ravens and the Steelers right now are playing for a playoff opportunity. Both of them are not yet in the playoff picture. But whoever wins this game will have a better opportunity and a better chance to be able to go ahead and get into the playoffs. Also, take into account that the teams that are above them right now, if I'm not mistaken, are the Chargers. And Chargers are at 7 and the Colts are at 6. So a lot of playoff to be decided today. So here we go right now on the Ravens and Steelers game. It looks like it is 3rd and 8. It looks like they are at the 40. Short pass. Looks like it was caught. It doesn't look like it's going to be enough for the first, though. And it looks like they should be punting the football. For the Tennessee game now, Houston has the football. They're currently at the 32. They go for a pass. It's a short one. Number 28 catches it, runs it in. Should be good for about 6 or 7 yards, but it's going to be short of the first down. So they will also go to the 4th down at the moment. And right now, they should be punting as well because I believe they're still in their own territory. And going back to the Ravens game, yep, looks like the Steelers had to go ahead and punt the football. So no score on their opening drive. It is still 0-0. Steelers did not put any points on the board. And Houston had the ball first against the Titans. And it looks like the Texans were not able to score. However, they're going for it on 4th and 1. So they're going for it on 4th and 1. And they're at their own 40. They decide to rush it. Ooh, and it looks like it is actually good. Tennessee Titans defense slacked off. Number 28 on the Houston Texans was able to rush it in for about 3 or 4 yards. So it will be enough to get the first down. A very surprising play by the Houston Texans to decide to run it on 4th and 1 instead of punting the football. So they did not punt the football. They decided to go for it, and it looks like they got the first down. Ravens right now looking for someone to pass it to. Nobody in the area. A quarterback run by number 2 gets it good for about 2 yards. Unfortunately, the Ravens are still without Lamar Jackson. Jackson is not in the game today. He's been out for at least about 4 or 5 weeks, and we don't know when he will be returning. So if the Ravens find a way to make playoffs, it may be possible that they'll be playing without Jackson. Right now, the Ravens and the Steelers are both trying to bump out the Colts and the Chargers. Colts are number 6 and the Chargers are number 7. Raiders are also in the conversation with a 9-7 record, and they're also trying to get into the playoffs. They're the 8th seed right now. Ravens, they throw a short pass to number 12. It looks like it should be good for about 4 yards. It'll be going to third down. Houston right now still with the football because they were successful on 4th and 1. They got the first. They didn't get any yards on the first down. Now it's 2nd and 10. They go for a pass. Referee says that unfortunately the intended receiver did not remain inbound, so no good on the pass. It's going to be 3rd and 10. 3rd and 10 for the Houston Texans. They are still within their own territory. They have not yet passed the 50-yard line. Here we go. Ravens and Steelers. Ravens right now are 3rd and 5. Still in their own territory. They go for a short pass. Actually, they go for a decent pass. Good for the first. Boom. Good for the first and a whole lot more. They gained about an additional 6 or 7 yards on top of obtaining the first down. So Ravens keep the drive alive. And the Texans right now on 3rd and 10 go for a long pass. It's no good. It'll be 4th and 10. And I think this time Houston will have to go and punt the football. They never got close enough to passing the 50-yard line. They never got close enough to the red zone. And they never got close enough to make a threat to the scoreboard. So even though earlier in the game they were able to get it on 4th and 1 and could keep the drive alive, they did absolutely nothing with the drive. So unfortunately, they will have to punt the football. It'll be 4th and 10 for the Texans. They punt the football. Titans, catch it and drop it on the floor. So instead of getting some more yards, they end up getting the football at around the 16 or 17-yard line. That'll be a short intermission to go to commercial break. And the Ravens now, let's see who has the football here. Ravens are 2nd and 8, and they are currently on the 46-yard line. So 2nd and 8 on the 46. And when they go to hike the football, unfortunately, the football lands on the ground. The quarterback drops it. Bodies are flying everywhere. A potential fumble. The Steelers try to recover it. 2 of the Ravens offensive linemen get there in time, but I don't know if they actually recovered the football because when they jumped on the football, it kept bouncing out of people's hands on the ground. So the Steelers may have potentially recovered. We'll double check and see. It looks like the quarterback had actually recovered it for the Ravens. He was down on the ground, but then he gets back up, which I don't know why you would get back up. He recovers the football after it was fumbled. He picks it up, and within that same motion, one of the Steelers defenders jumps in, number 90. Watts gets in there, and he gets a punch into the football, which ends up going over to the Steelers. So the Steelers may potentially be recovering the football. Ravens right now to a very bad start. It looks like TJ Watts may have recovered the football for the Steelers right now. Unbelievable play and a disaster right now for Baltimore because they had the football on 2nd and 8. The quarterback drops it after he gets the football hiked to him, recovers it, stands up, and as soon as he stands up, TJ Watts punches the football, and the football ends up back on the ground, and then the Steelers go and snatch it. Everyone was playing hot potato with the football on the grass, and it looks like the Steelers, it should be good for the recovery. Referee so far, it looks like they did give it to the Steelers. So the Ravens on the first drive, not able to do much. Got a few plays in, but nothing else. And then they fumbled it. So now the Steelers have recovered it. A whole bunch of hot potato being playing on the grass on that play. Roethlisberger goes in for a short pass. The intended receiver runs it up and gets it good, passes the marker good enough for a first down. The Ravens, a pivotal fumble already in the first quarter with 9 minutes and 40 seconds to go. A terrible, terrible play right now. Let's tune in back to the Titans and see if the Titans will be able to go ahead and make a threat to the scoreboard. Right now, both games are 0-0. I have not yet tuned into the Bengals and the Browns. but I will tune in shortly and we will give you an update on that in just a moment. Right now, these are the two hotter games, so I figured we would tune into these first and get more action. The Steelers right now rush the football. It looks like it should be good for about 5 or 6 yards. It'll be going to second down. The Titans right now with the football, 1st and 10, no action just yet. There may be a penalty somewhere on this. Waiting to see what the referees are going to say. It looks like they haven't stated yet who the penalty is on. It's 10 minutes and 44 seconds in the Titans game. They need this victory in order to take back the number 1 seed from the Chiefs. The Chiefs won last night, so they temporarily have the number 1 seed. Titans go for a rush play. Oh, and the defense on the Houston Texans absolutely crushes the intended rusher for the Titans. The Titans get no gain at the moment, and it also looks like it could put 7 yards. They get pushed back farther away from the line of scrimmage. It'll be 2nd and 13 at the moment for that game. The Steelers right now, because of that fumble, and they were able to recover it, they did get the football in a pretty decent location over on the Ravens territory. So right now, they are threatening the scoreboard. They are on the 20, if I'm not mistaken. So they should be within the red zone. A terrible play by the Baltimore Ravens, fumbling that football. Actually, looks like the football is spotted at the 14. So right now, the Steelers, it looks like they're within the red zone. A big pass, no good. It'll be incomplete. It'll go to 2nd and 10. Roethlisberger a little bit upset that the intended receiver did not get the catch. And let's see what's going on with the Browns and the Bengals. We have not tuned in yet. This is the first time tuning in so far, showing the Jamar Chase, excuse me, showing the Jamar Chase receptions for this season, 1,455. Chase has been absolutely killing opponents. He's just been catching the football on any part of the field, getting big time plays, getting 30, 40, 50, 60-yard passes. Chase has been phenomenal this season. The Bengals and the Browns are also 0-0 at the moment. The football right now looks like the Browns have the football. They're actually, no, it's the Bengals. I apologize. They got the same color helmets, so it's hard to tell. But yeah, the Bengals have the football. They go for a rush play. They don't gain much on it, and there's a flag on the play. Let's see if the Titans have done anything so far. It looks like the Titans were not able to successfully move the football on this drive, so they're going to punt it on 4th and 8. No points on the Tennessee scoreboard either. So right now, Tennessee and Houston still 0-0 with 9 minutes to go. It looks like the Texans get the catch. They run it up, and they get the football to about the 42-yard line after the kickoff. There is a flag on the play. Looks like it might be either unnecessary roughness or a foul on that game. Right now, the Bengals have the football in this game with 10 minutes and 3 seconds to go. They also have the score at 0-0, so they have not scored either. In just a moment, I'll be tuning back into the Steelers and Ravens and see if any action is going on over there at the moment. Let's quickly check to see if the Bengals get something off here. A good pass. It looks like that should be good for the first. Actually, no, it looks like he actually dropped the football, so it'll be 3rd and 20. Let's switch back to the Steelers and Ravens and see if there's any action going on over there. There's still no points on the scoreboard with 6 minutes and 46 seconds remaining. One of the Steelers' offensive players right now is currently on the field, so it looks like it went into a quick commercial break. So we'll get back to the Browns and the Bengals. Tennessee also on commercial break. So let's stick to the Bengals and the Browns. Here we go. The football right now is at roughly the 42-yard line. A quick pass. The pass is good. And they should be at around the 50 or the 49-yard. But unfortunately, because it was 3rd and 20 and the reception was only good for about 8 yards, it'll be unfortunate that the Bengals will not be able to score on this one. So right now, it's going to have to be punted over to the Browns. It'll be 4th and 11 with 9 minutes and 20 seconds to go at the moment. So right now, guys, the games have been good on defense. So far, there has not been any action yet as far as the scoreboard. But yes, there has been some good back and forth action going on in this game. And thank you for everyone tuning in. We are streaming on Facebook, YouTube, Twitch, and Twitter. I'm deciding to give Facebook a chance again because the last couple of times they've been doing an absolute screw job with the broadcasting. But we will do our best to keep it on all 4 platforms. If you're watching on Facebook, And if Facebook happens to turn off the feed, just switch over to YouTube. YouTube will have it. Twitch and Twitter will have it as well. But YouTube, I know most people use that. So switch over to that if the Facebook one tends to change. So we're covering 3 games right now. All of them are on commercial break. Let's see if the Steelers and Ravens game is back from commercial break. Looks like all 3 games are simultaneously on commercial break at the moment. So how's everybody doing today? Happy NFL Sunday. Happy Sunday in general. If you guys were tuned in last night, as you know, I was covering the Denver the Denver Broncos and the Kansas City Chiefs game yesterday. Unfortunately, man, I just was not feeling good. I broadcasted for a good 2 hours. So I broadcasted that game for the first quarter, the second quarter, and about 75% of the third quarter. When it was 4 minutes remaining, unfortunately, I just was not feeling good. So I just decided to cut it short. And at the time when I cut it short, it was, I believe, 21-17. Chiefs were losing. And then the Chiefs ended up taking over the lead and got the victory. So they are temporarily in the number 1 seed. But if Tennessee wins today, Tennessee will take the number 1 seed back from the Chiefs. The Chiefs are temporarily number 1. All right, the games are back from commercial break. Looks like the Steelers right now are going for it on 4th and 1. 4th and 1. The Steelers are trying to get the first down. They are within the 4-yard line at the moment. So they are looking to get a touchdown on 4th and 1, or at least a first down. If they get the first down, they'll be able to still keep the drive alive and be able to potentially score a touchdown. There is a flag, though. So if the flag is on the Steelers, which it looks like it is a false start on the Steelers. Man, they were 4th and 1 on the 4-yard line, close to getting a first down and also close to getting a touchdown, but instead a false start, and the Steelers will get the football pushed back. So it'll be 4th and 6. Will they go for it on 4th and 6? They would still be within the 10-yard line. Oh, they decided not to go for it on 4th and 6. So the false start ends up hurting the Steelers. The Steelers will settle for a field goal. They kick it straight down the middle. It's good. And the Steelers strike first blood. It'll be 3-0 in Baltimore. And right now in Baltimore, it looks like it's actually snowing out there. So it'll be a very interesting development to see if the grass ends up turning white for this Baltimore game. So Steelers strike first blood, 3-0. 3-0 in the Steelers game. Tennessee and Houston is still 0-0. And Bengals and Browns, let's switch over. I think that should still be 0-0. It looks like it still is. Right now, Browns have the football. They go for a rush play. Not too much mustered up on that one. So it looks like right now they will gain maybe about 3 yards. So far, out of all these 3 games, the only team that has scored so far is the Steelers. They scored 3 points at the moment. Right now, switching over here to the Tennessee Titans versus the Houston Texans. It looks like the Texans had the football. It looks like the quarterback tried to get out the pocket to throw the football to the intended receiver. It ends up hitting the Tennessee Titans defender on the feet. So there will be an incomplete pass. It'll be 4th and 8. And it looks like, again, the Houston Texans will not be able to put any points on the scoreboard. So they will be punting the football to the Tennessee Titans. Punting the football to the Tennessee Titans. So here we go. Just waiting to see the opportunity, see if any of the scoreboards have changed other than the Ravens and Steelers, which is now 3-0. So let me go ahead and put that score update here. For those just tuning in, the only score update at the moment is the Steelers game. Here we go. Browns quarterback moves back in the pocket. Razzle dazzle moving around. It looks like he's going to go for a quarterback rush. Goes for a baseball slide to the ground. And it looks like gained about 6 or 7 yards. Is it good enough for the first? It's hard to tell out there because there's not a lot of markers out there in this Bengals-Browns game. And also the grass looks like a dark green versus that bright green. So it's hard to tell what the hell is going on out there. But the quarterback did go and rush it. It looks like it could be good for about 6 or 7 yards. Does a baseball slide to the ground to make sure that no one causes any impact to him. Right now, the Tennessee Titans game is on commercial break, so we will stick to the Bengals and Browns for a moment. Let's see how this one plays out. Oh, almost a quarterback sack on that play. Goes to pass the football, and unfortunately, it will be incomplete. So there will be no play there. Which game is everyone tuning into at the moment? Right now, the only score update is 3-0 with the Steelers up. That is the only current score update. The Steelers are up 3-0 against the Ravens. So right now, it looks like the only game that has any bloodshed on the scoreboard is the Steelers. Right now, the Browns have the football. Right, again, it's hard to tell where the markers are and if what down it is because these colors out here are ridiculous. But they go for a rush play. It looks like it's only going to be good for 2. So Bengals defense holding up right now strong. Let's see if the Ravens game is back. Have not seen anything yet on the Ravens game. Looks like they just came back from commercial break. Let's see if the Ravens can go ahead and put some points on the scoreboard. They are currently down 3-0. And it looks like there's about 6 minutes remaining in the first quarter for the Ravens game. Tennessee Titans game is still on commercial break, so we'll tune into that in just a second. Ravens right now with the football. A flag on the play. I can't tell if it's encroachment, false start. Just a lot of action going on right now. Yep, it looks like it is a false start. It will be on Baltimore. 5-yard penalty. It will remain first down. Let's see if the Bengals and Browns have had any motion. Right now, the Bengals and the Browns still have the football at the moment. Right now, they're showing a replay of the current play that just happened. So it looks like pass was good to the intended receiver. Oh, and he drops it. Butterfingers catches the football. It slips down to his knee. He tries to maintain, and unfortunately, it's going to be no good. Incomplete pass. The Browns playing terrible offense right now. It looks like it's going to be a 4th and 8, so the Browns will be punting the football to the Bengals. Fortunately, the Browns have not put any points on the scoreboard either. Bengals and Browns are still 0-0 at the moment. All right, so the Bengals catch the football. They don't do a fair catch call, so they run it up. Boom. And the intended rusher gets smacked hard out of bounds. No call on the play. It was a good tackle, just a rough tackle. Nice football tackle there. Should be to the 18-yard line. All right, Tennessee Titans, Houston Texans. Let's see if Tennessee will be able to go ahead and score on this drive. Right now, it's been a battle of the defenses. The defenses have been holding up in almost all 3 games. Tennessee Titans right now far, far back into their own territory. They go for a rush play, and they get the football roughly to about the 21, 22-yard line. It'll be 3rd and 2 with 6 minutes and 55 seconds remaining in the first. Tennessee right now has the football. Here we go. 3rd and 2 in their own territory, man. They are far back. They are at their own 16-yard line. Tennessee goes for a rush play. The rush play is good. They gain about 7 or 8 yards, so it will be a first down. Tennessee moving the football slowly, doing a lot of rush plays at the moment. Tennessee right now, I would have thought they would have had an easy play. An easy game on this one against Houston, Texas, because, Texans are 4-12, so they're not a good team. However, the Texans are holding their own. They know what Tennessee is riding for. Tennessee is trying to regain first seed. They lost first seed just temporarily because the Chiefs won yesterday. But if Tennessee wins today, they get the first seed back. Boom, a nice short pass to number 87. Should be good for about 3 or 4 yards. Ravens-Steelers game. Oh, looks like the Steelers are running it past the 50-yard line. I think the Steelers may have intercepted the football because if I'm not mistaken, the Ravens just had the football not too long ago. Here we go with the replay. Yep, it looks like the intended receiver for the Baltimore Ravens did not turn around and look at the football. The Steelers catch the football, but then they drop it. So I think that might be called incomplete as far as the interception is concerned. But they did temporarily catch it, and they started running it as if they caught the football. So I don't think that is going to be – I don't think that's going to hold up. That interception should not hold up. And they're showing all these different camera angles, but none of these camera angles look good. It almost looks like he caught it on the ground, and then when he stood back up, after he stands up, it looks like then he fumbles it. But then he gets it back up again and then runs. So if they call it a catch, then technically, even if he caught it and then fumbled it, he still recovered it and then gained about another 10 to 12 yards. So right now, referees will go to review on that. We're not sure which direction that's going in. So right now that one could go into the Steelers' direction if they call it a catch. Boom! Tennessee on 3rd and 6 right now. Passes it to number 15, Westbrook. And not Westbrook from the NBA. Not Russell Westbrook, but Westbrook Icon, number 15, Tennessee, with a phenomenal pass. This pass was good for about 32 yards. Beautiful reception. A big-time play needed by Tennessee. They were not getting a whole lot of movement in this game. And a beautiful, beautiful catch by number 15. Westbrook got a beautiful catch, kept the drive alive. Tennessee now looking to get closer into the red zone and make a threat to the scoreboard. They are still within their own end zone at the moment. They rush the football. Nice play. They get it to about the 46-yard line. So now they are officially in Houston territory. They finally get to Houston territory. Let's see if Tennessee can go ahead and put up points on the scoreboard. Let me get back to the Steelers game and see if the Steelers game shows any updates. Browns game is on. Steelers game is in commercial break. Let's go ahead and check the Bengals and the Browns and see what's going on. Right now, the Bengals have the football. Got a 1st and 10, 0-0 on the scoreboard there. Let's see if Tennessee is going to do anything on this one. Tennessee passes it back to the intended rusher. The intended rusher passes it back to the quarterback. And then, boom, the quarterback goes to get it back to number 15. And unfortunately, incomplete pass, 3rd and 6. A little razzle-dazzle playing around over there. Looks like Tennessee trying to pull off the magic tricks on this one. And over here, we return to the Bengals game. The Bengals go for a short pass. It is no good. Ravens and Steelers, are they back from commercial break? They are back from commercial break. Who has the football? It looks like I would think that they would probably give that football back to the Ravens because I can't see how they would call that a catch when the Steelers intercepted. It just didn't look good enough. It looked like he caught it, but then he gets up and then it slips out. So right now, I have no idea who has the football. They're continuously showing the replay. Is it the Steelers football? Oh, they actually gave it to the Steelers. Oh, shit. The referee said it was good enough for a catch because it looks like he went down to the ground, but the football didn't touch the ground. His hands caught the football. Then he got up, and then once he stood up, the football dropped after the fact. So they're saying that he caught it and he fumbled it himself. Then he recovered it, and then he ran it up for an additional like 10 to 15 yards. Damn. Surprising call. I'm surprised they didn't reverse it. Maybe there just wasn't enough on the camera angles to be able to reverse the call. But they gave it to the Steelers, so that's going to count as an interception. Baltimore screws it up again. Baltimore with an interception and also with an early fumble in this first quarter. Steelers go for a rush play. Looks like it'll be good for about 3 yards. Tennessee game right now has one of the Houston players on the ground, number 98, on the ground with an injury. It is 2nd and 9. Let's see if the Bengals and the Browns have done anything yet. Bengals still have the football. Looks like the Bengals will not score. It'll be 4th and 10. The Browns defense held up. So the Bengals, again, having to punt the football. It has been an all-defensive game so far for these 3 teams. For these 3 games for all 6 teams. Right now, the score is 0-0 with Tennessee and Houston, 0-0 with Cincinnati and Cleveland. And then in Pittsburgh, in Baltimore and Pittsburgh, it is 3-0. So it's been a whole lot of defensive action, a whole lot of low scoring, or I should say no scoring at the moment. So right now, waiting for commercial break to come back from Tennessee. Bengals, Browns, but I believe is also on commercial break. So we'll stick here to the Baltimore and Pittsburgh game. Baltimore and Pittsburgh at the moment right now. Pittsburgh has the football going for a pass. It's good. It's right on the button, right on the marker. It should be good for a first. They will have to go ahead and get it measured. If it's short, it might be short by 1/4 of a yard, but it should be good for a first. And it looks like it says 1st and 10, so it should be good for a first. He caught it. He moves forward. 1 foot passes the line. 2 feet stay forward. And the football, looks like it should be good for a first. So they're 1st and 10. Beautiful play by the Steelers right now. The Ravens defense has been playing phenomenal. They've only allowed 3 points so far in this game. So it's been doing pretty good, but they haven't put any points on the scoreboard in the first quarter. So right now it is tough for the Ravens at the moment. Steelers right now trying to make playoffs. and so are the Ravens. A pivotal game for both teams, a rivalry game and a divisional game at the same time. Oh no, and it looks like it should be an interception by the Ravens. Number 26 takes the football in the air and on the way down maintains possession. Oh my goodness, a turnover by Roethlisberger throws it right into. Oh, actually, Roethlisberger threw the football pretty good to the intended receiver, number 14, but number 26 dives in the air from the opposite side of the field, gets there in time, and somehow snatches the football in the air. Oh, shit. Unbelievable play by the defender, number 26 on the Baltimore Ravens. Nowhere in sight to even be able to catch the football, somehow leaps into the air and steals the football midair, gets down to the ground, maintains possession, and it looks like it is good. Roethlisberger with a turnover. So Baltimore gets the football back. Switching over now to the Tennessee Titans. Let's see if the Tennessee Titans are getting anywhere near the red zone. The two other games right now are on commercial break. Tannehill right now with a 2nd and 9. Looks like they're in the deep end of the territory for Houston. The ball is at the 28 of Houston territory. Does a short pass to number 80. Number 80 goes up and gains about 5 yards. So they're moving the football. Tennessee may possibly threaten the scoreboard with a touchdown here. Currently at the moment right now, the other games are still on commercial break. So we will continue to tune in to the Tennessee Titans and Houston Texans. Number 26 with a beautiful play, man, on Baltimore Ravens. A beautiful play. All right, here we go. Tennessee. 3rd and 5. Football right now is on the 24-yard line. 3rd and 5. Here we go. Oh, the ball is deflected. Unfortunately, Tannehill tries to get the football out, and when he does, number 55 on the D-line gets in, bliss Tannehill, and the quarterback cannot get an intended pass to anyone. The deflection will make it 4th and 5, and sorry, Tennessee, man, we'll have to settle for 3-point field goal. Man, oh man, I thought it was going to be Tennessee's time to go ahead and get that 7 points on the board, get that 6-point touchdown with the 1-point field goal, and unfortunately, they will just have to settle for the 3-point field goal. Oh, shit. Tennessee misses the field goal kick as well, and the score remains 0-0. Oh, shit. Unfreaking believable. Tennessee, not only do they not get it on 3rd and 5 for the touchdown, the ball gets deflected with no opportunity to get a first down, but Tennessee also screws up on the 3-point field goal. So, unfortunately, Tennessee will not put any points on the scoreboard. What is Tennessee doing out there, man? The offense right now looking absolutely lackadaisical in the red zone. They were able to push the ball as close as the 24-yard line, but unfortunately, a deflected pass gets no first down, and then they miss the 3-point field goal on 4th and 5. Tennessee dwindling away the opportunity to regain first seed in the AFC. And right now we're switching over to one of these other games, and let's see what action is going on. Baltimore and Pittsburgh right now. A very tough game, man. There's been a lot of like back and forth with fumbles, interceptions, all kinds of craziness. I think the jitters right now, are getting to the Ravens and the Steelers. They're both playing great defense, but when it comes to offense, man, the offense has just been kind of flimsy back and forth. Right now, Ravens just got the interception not too long ago by number 26. Ravens right now have the football with 2nd and 15. And here we go. A pass play. The pass is good. Intended receiver runs it up to about the 50 or the 49-yard line. So the Ravens should be within the Steelers' territory now. Man, it's been a lot of craziness going on in this game. First the Ravens fumble the football on a hike. Then the Steelers end up getting an interception on the Ravens on another different drive. And then the Ravens get an interception and get the football right back. So it's been a lot of back and forth between fumbles and interceptions and drop footballs. This has been one intense, crazy rivalry game. And if I'm not mistaken, it looks like it's snowing in Baltimore right now. I'm not sure if the weather's creating any impact as far as, catching the football slipping around, interceptions. But all I know is the defense has been on point. The offense, not so much. The Browns right now just did a beautiful rush play, and it looks like the Browns are getting closer and closer to the red zone. This is the closest they've been. Oh, and the Browns with a beautiful pass to Jarvis Landry, number 80. It is officially a touchdown. There are no flags at the moment. The Browns finally strike first blood in their game. The score was 0-0 for a majority of the first, and the Browns finally get on the scoreboard with 6 points. They got a touchdown. A beautiful cut to the left and a slant by Landry. Catches the football. The intended defender on the Bengals unfortunately slips on the grass, falls to the ground, cannot stop Landry from scoring the touchdown. Unbelievable, man. The defense on the Bengals just slacked. The defender slipped on the grass. I'm pretty sure that the grass for all these games has been slippery lately. They are playing in Cleveland, so that could be a factor out there. Could be some wet grass. Landry with a catch. If the defender doesn't fall on the ground, then they would have stopped. They would have stopped the Browns at roughly about the 5 or 6 yard line. But unfortunately, the defender from the Bengals falls to the ground, and the Browns get the touchdown. They put 6 on the board. They get the 1-point field goal. It is good. So now the Browns are up 7-0. New score updates. Browns are now officially up 7-0. If you're just tuning in right now, the Browns have just officially scored a touchdown and a 1-point field goal. Landry gets it in. The defender drops to the floor. And unfortunately, looks like the Browns were able to go ahead and score the touchdown and get the 1-point field goal. The Bengals right now, if they were to win this game against the Browns, the Bengals will have an opportunity to go to second place, assuming that Tennessee, if they lose to the Houston Texans. If Tennessee wins today, Tennessee goes back to first. The Chiefs drop to second. And if the Bengals win, then the Bengals may jump up to second and drop the Chiefs to third based on conference records. And based on overall records as well, because they will all be tied. If the Chiefs keep first place and Tennessee loses and the Bengals win, then the Tennessee will drop another slot down into third place, and then the Bengals will move up to the second seed. So there's a lot of opportunity here for the Bengals to be able to go ahead and get into a higher seed and to play a worse team in the first round for the playoffs. So a lot to be decided. These are 3 hot ticket games, and right now, the teams that need to stay up on the top seeds right now are not doing that good. Let's switch over to Pittsburgh and Baltimore. Looks like Pittsburgh ended up holding off on the defense. Looks like Baltimore was not able to do anything on the current drive. There's no points on the board. It is 4th and 2. And I don't know if they're close enough to get a field goal right now. Let's see where the football is currently located. It looks like they're going to have to punt the football. So Baltimore with another drive. No opportunity to score. 4th and 10, punting the football back to the Steelers. They made a phenomenal play to be able to go ahead and get the football intercepted. But unfortunately, they were not able to go ahead and do anything on the drive. And actually, Baltimore decided instead of punting, they wanted to go for it on 4th and 2. They go and pass it, a long pass, and it's incomplete. And unfortunately, Baltimore should have just punted the football. I don't know why they would be going for it on 4th and 2. They were nowhere near field goal range, and they were nowhere near the red zone. So a terrible decision by Baltimore. I don't know if that was by the coach or the offensive coordinator or both, but that was a terrible opportunity. Baltimore, by doing that incomplete pass on 4th and 2, the Steelers will take the football on a decent part of the field. The Steelers may potentially be somewhere around the 40-yard line to start their drive. So Baltimore right now, absolutely terrible on the offense. Baltimore looking like they may not be able to make playoffs. Right now, they're fighting hard for the playoffs, but it doesn't look like they are actually going to make it. If they continue to play like this, I do not see an opportunity for them to be able to make it. If you're just tuning in, score updates right now. Browns up 7-0. Tennessee and Houston is still 0-0. And Steelers slightly up ahead of the Ravens. 3-0. So not a whole lot of scoring just yet in the first quarter of these games. Tuning in back to Houston. Houston goes for a short pass on 3rd and 12. Unfortunately, the pass reception will only be good for about 6 yards. So it should be about 4th and 6. And that should be a punt. Yep, it looks like it was only good for 6 yards to number 31, Johnson. He was only able to get about 6 yards on the reception. So it'll be 4th and 6. That should be a punt. Right now, I don't know what Baltimore was thinking on their game. 4th and 2 going for that pass. Nowhere near field goal range. Nowhere near the red zone. And they go for 4th and 2. All right, so now we're back to the Bengals and the Browns. Bengals, they get a good pass. It doesn't look like it's a whole lot of yards, but the pass was good to the intended receiver, number 84, and it looks like it'll be 3rd and 7. The Bengals right now losing 7-0. So if the Bengals lose, they may potentially drop to the 4th seed. If I'm not mistaken, let's see what's going on right now with the seeds. If I'm not mistaken, if they lose this game, and the Bills, I believe, are number 4, and the Bills, yep, the Bills. If the Bills win today and the Bengals lose, the Bengals will drop to the 4th seed. So the Bengals right now, not only trying to hold on to 3rd, but potentially going to 2nd place if the Tennessee Titans lose today. So Bengals are currently at 3rd. They could potentially go to 2nd, but if they lose, they can drop to 4th. So Bengals, pivotal game right now for them. Pivotal game for them. Steelers and Ravens right now both trying to fight for a playoff spot. Unfortunately, only one of them may have an opportunity to make it, assuming that the Chargers lose. Steelers right now with the football go for a short pass. Do not pass the line of scrimmage. It is no good and may potentially lose a yard. Tennessee Titans right now, Houston Texans playing phenomenal defense on both sides. Right now, still 0-0. It's the second quarter with 14 minutes and 11 seconds to go. Tennessee has not scored. Houston has not scored. Tennessee now has the football in their own territory, and they are at about the 7 or 6 yard line. They go for a quick pass. And number 2 on the Tennessee Titans, Jones catches the football. It looks like it'll be short of a first down by 1 yard. All right, tuning back into Ravens Steelers. Looks like it's 3rd down at the moment. Let's see the recap on the previous play. Looks like they go for a blitz. Oh, and it looks like the Ravens defense absolutely crushes the intended rusher on the Steelers, number 24. No opportunity to make it anywhere. A beautiful blitz by the Ravens. It is 3rd and 16, pushing the Steelers to 3rd and long. The Ravens can hold up here. It'll be a phenomenal play after screwing up earlier doing a 4th and 2 pass. Oh, it looks like the Steelers go for a rush. That is not going to be enough for a first, so they will be needing to punt. It's the Tennessee game right now. Number 2, Jones, a completed pass, catches it inbounds, goes sliding out of bounds, maintains possession of the football, and that should be good for a first. And it is good for a first. A beautiful long pass play. Jones killing them out there right now. 3 receptions with 41 yards. It is 1st and 10 on the Tennessee territory at the 34-yard line. And it looks like the Steelers do kick off the football. They punted, I should say. Looks like they had no opportunity to take advantage of that drive. So Baltimore had initially screwed up, but their defense held up. So no points, no score change on that game. Still 3-0, Steelers up by 3. Going to the Browns and the Bengals. Oh, is that a quarterback sack? Yes, it is. A quarterback sack. Unbelievable play by the Browns defense. The Bengals right now, the number 3 seed, looking more like a number 10 seed out there. Unbelievable fashion going on. What the hell? What the hell happened? The quarterback slips on the ground on his own. No one pushes him. No one gets anywhere near him. He just falls, and then the Browns tap him while he's still on the ground. So it will be considered a quarterback sack. Stupid play by the Bengals. I don't know what's been going on in football lately, but everyone continues to just slip on the grass. I mean, are the home teams purposely out there just wetting the grass, or is it actually due to the weather? Because there's a lot of slipping and sliding in all 3 of these games. All right, so Tennessee right now with the football. Ooh, a huge pass. Beautiful play by number 86, catches the football, but also takes a huge impact from behind. No pun intended. Number 86, Ferkser, got smacked by number 8, the defender on the Houston Texans. I mean, he did catch it for a first down, but he got smacked on the way down. So the pass is complete, but I'm sure that impact did not feel good. Catch was good, but the impact, I'm sure, hurt. All right, so here we go. 1st and 10. Looks like Tennessee is officially back into the Houston territory. Football is at the 46.5-yard line. A flag is thrown. Not sure if it's encroachment or if it's a false start. I think it's encroachment. It almost looked like Houston may have ran over it too fast. Yeah, it is encroachment by the defense. Houston, number 97, Collins, rushing way too fast before the football got hiked. That'll be a penalty on Houston. That's going to cost them 5 yards. So it'll be 1st and 5 for Tennessee. Both teams have 3 timeouts with 11 minutes and 29 seconds in a second. Browns and Bengals right now. Nothing going on there to report at the moment. Looks like the ball just got punted over. And let's see right now if the Ravens can go ahead and finally score on this drive. They have not scored anything yet, and it is the second quarter with 12 minutes and 21 seconds to go. The ball right now spotted at the 20 of Baltimore side. They go for a rush play. Rush play will be good for about 2.5 or 3 yards. Baltimore, man, not doing enough out there. They definitely needed Lamar Jackson, man. Losing Jackson definitely did not allow them to gain back first. They lost the game without Jackson, but they were getting blown out 17-0 back when they played, I believe it was the Browns, the Cleveland Browns they were playing. They were already getting crushed in that game. And then Lamar Jackson got injured, never returned for the rest of the season. And so far, man, they definitely needed him. This backup quarterback has not been playing good. A big pass, no good. Is it an interception again? I thought it hit the grass first. Hold on. Is this another interception by the Steelers? They're still running the football. Referees have not stopped it. I think the interception is good. Oh, but the Steelers, even though they did get the ball intercepted, one of their other players, number 35, is on the ground grabbing his hamstring, so he may potentially be injured. Our Steelers look like they may have the second interception of the game. What is going on with Baltimore? Baltimore playing atrocious on the offense. Right now, Tennessee, they go for a rush play. Number 40, getting in there, getting deep. That's what she said. Getting deep in there. Rush play is good for about a good 15 to 20 yards. Tennessee trying to get some impact finally, moving a little bit faster. Second quarter, 10 minutes and 4 seconds to go. Tennessee has got to move. Nobody has scored in the Tennessee-Houston game. Still jelly donuts for both teams. Here we go. Tannehill looking for an intended receiver. Oh, and the play is beautiful. Ooh, and number 7 jumps over the defender, goes circling in the air, lands on the ground, almost gets the touchdown, but he lands on the 1-yard line. Does almost like a spinning heel corkscrew in the air. Jumps in the air, boom, and lands on his back. I know that did not feel good. That shit did not feel good. Might feel good to get the first and land on the 1-yard line, but I'll tell you what, landing weight on the way down, homie was airborne and lands on his back. Must have lost his breakfast, lunch, and dinner on that play. Tennessee right now, 1st and goal. Finally on the 1-yard line. They go for a rush play again to number 7, and it is good. A little dancing in the end zone. It is good for the rush play. Touchdown is good. No flags called. Tennessee strikes first blood in the Tennessee-Houston game. 9 plays, 94 yards with 5 minutes and 1 second in that play. Hold on. What the hell happened? They literally gave a touchdown, and now there's 2 flags on the field. What? They call an illegal substitution on Tennessee. Why the hell would they call that like 2 minutes after the touchdown was scored? Are you kidding me? Unfucking believable. Tennessee scores a touchdown. They wait for the intended rusher to dance his ass off. And then 2 minutes later, they throw 2 flags. How the fuck are you going to call that? My goodness, man. I hate when referees do absurd late calls like that. A bunch of bullshit going on right now in Houston. These referees are getting paid to try to screw Tennessee Titans out of potentially taking back the first seed. Well, guys, it's going to be first and goal again. So they'll replay the first, but they pushed them back 5 yards. So they pushed them to about the 6. The Tennessee touchdown has been washed because of supposedly illegal substitution. They go for a short pass to number 80, and unfortunately, the Houston defense is all over the play, and they stop any opportunity to gain yards. It'll be second and goal, and potentially they may have lost 2 yards. Unbelievable. The referees to just come out of nowhere and just fucking steal a touchdown away from Tennessee. I think that was a bullshit call. You waited for the touchdown. You waited for the dance moves. You waited for them to get ready to almost potentially kick a field goal, and then you do that. Wow, these referees are trash. Guys, in the Browns and Bengals game, the Browns scored a touchdown. It is now 13-0. 13-0. No flags on the play, so it looks like this should hold up. Tennessee goes for a rush play, and they're only going to gain about 2 yards. It is third and goal, man. Tennessee may have potentially been screwed by the referees of a touchdown. This absolutely sucks. But the Browns and Bengals score up. It is 13-0. It looks like number 30 good for a touchdown. The Bengals right now playing as if there's nothing on the line. Don't understand what the Bengals are doing out there, but they are playing absolutely atrocious on both offense and defense. They have no points on the scoreboard. This has been the worst Bengals performance I've seen in a very long time. Back to the Tennessee game. Tennessee is on the 5, third and goal. On the 5. Oh, beautiful play. Tannehill with the patience, waits for number 86, waits for Ferkser to get in, and they get the touchdown. Beautiful play. 11 plays, 94 yards, 6 minutes, and 31 seconds. And Tennessee says we will not be fucking denied of 6 points. Tennessee gets the touchdown. The first touchdown had gotten washed because of an illegal substitution. Tennessee did nothing on first and goal, and they did nothing on second and goal. But on third and goal, Tennessee, the intended receiver, number 86, Ferkser, sneaks in the left when the defense was not around, gets the touchdown, and now Tennessee also gets the 1-point field goal. It hits the left post on the pillar, almost misses the 1-point field goal. Almost misses the 1-point field goal, but luckily the kicker's kick is good. It hits the left post of the pillar, bounces in, and it is good for 1 point. So Tennessee is now up 7-0. Now we're getting some action on the scoreboards for these games. Now we're getting some real action. Let's go. Tennessee going up 7-0. And if you're just tuning in, the Browns scored a touchdown, so they're up 14-0. And right now, the Ravens and the Steelers are still 3-0. Looks like the Steelers have the football with a 2nd and 9. Second quarter with 10 minutes and 49 seconds to go. Steelers right now on their own 30. Ooh, Roethlisberger, patience, sees the intended receiver, a beautiful pass to number 81. It is good, and it'll be a first down and more. So they got the first and also got an additional 5 or 6 yards on the play. Beautiful pass, the patience, the intended defender on that play unfortunately got there too late, so was not able to get the interception. Almost gets a deflection on the pass, but got there too late. So number 81 on the Steelers, a beautiful catch, and it looks like it'll be 1st and 10. Steelers right now officially back into Baltimore territory. They're on the 45-yard line of Baltimore, and they go for a rush play. Doesn't look like they'll gain much. The defense absolutely crushes the Steelers right now. Let's see if the Browns and the Bengals, any action yet. 14-0. They have not kicked the football off just yet. The Browns just scored up 14-0, and Tennessee just scored up 7-0. Man, oh man. The Bengals out there playing absolutely shitty. I can't believe how bad the Bengals are actually playing out there. Terrible football by the Bengals who are barely holding on to the 3rd seed. They lose this game and the Bills win. Bills take over 3rd. Looks like, Steelers, short pass. to number 81. It's only good for about a yard. It'll be third down. Man, oh man, that juice is good. I don't know what's going on, but it looks like it looks like number 6 on the defensive side for the Baltimore Ravens. Something happened. He got hit, I guess, into the stomach or the chest. And he goes off to the sidelines, grabbing himself and falling badly. Hopefully he's okay. All right, here we go. 3rd and 7 for the Steelers. Steelers right now in Baltimore territory. 3rd and 7. Not in field goal range just yet. They throw the football out of bounds. Nobody in the area. Steelers may potentially have to go ahead and punt the football. Last I checked, the football was around the 45-yard line. So I don't think they're going to go for a field goal when that potentially could be about 55, 60, 65 yards away. This should be a punt by the Steelers. This may be a dead drive, and Baltimore should be getting the football right back. Unless these guys decide to go for it on 4th and 7. Nope, it looks like they will be punting the football back to Baltimore. There you go. Punt the football. Oh, punt looked like it was a little bit short, but it was good enough to get it back to the 15-yard line, so Baltimore will start on their own 15. Let's get back to the Browns game. Bengals have the football, losing 14-0 at the moment. Bengals getting their asses handed to them right now. Houston has the football over in the Tennessee game right now. They go for a play. Looks like they were about to rush it, and they lose 4 yards. Houston right now losing 7-0 at home. Tennessee looking to recapture the number 1 seed. Actually, it was a pass play to number 13, and unfortunately, looks like it could be a loss of about 5. It's 3rd and 15. Right now, Tennessee playing phenomenal defense. Tennessee doing great today. All right, 3rd and 15 for Houston. Here we go, looking for a pass. Oh, and number 13, who screwed up on the previous play, now gets a big-time pass for about 18 to 20 yards. Beautiful catch by number 13 on the Houston Texans. It is good for a first and more. Wow, he finds the opening, and 4 of the defenders on the Tennessee Titans get there a little too late. So, unfortunately, not only will it be a first, but it'll be a first and a whole lot more. Number 13. Beautiful reception on that one. Right now, Houston is still in their own territory. They go for a rush play. Tennessee defense reads the play beautifully, and it looks like it'll push the guy 3 yards away from the line of scrimmage. Should be a 2nd and 13. A lot of these defenses are playing phenomenal football today. And over here, looks like the Bengals did nothing on that drive. My goodness. A short time of possession, a short drive, and now the Browns have the football yet again. Unbelievable, man. The Bengals, a number 3 seed, playing the Browns, who are not even that good of a team this season. And it looks like they're just not able to score. The Bengals cannot score on the Browns. I don't know what the hell's going on. They just cannot score. Let's go ahead and switch over, see if the Ravens and Steelers have any action going on. Right now, they were the first game to have points on the scoreboard, and now they're the lowest scoring game. So far, the Browns were able to score 14, Tennessee's able to score 7, and Pittsburgh has only 3, and all the other teams have 0. So right now, it has been a shutout performance. And it's almost halftime in most of these games. All right, here we go. Ravens with the football. They decide to go number 33 with a rush play. Looks like it's only going to be good for about a few yards. Right now, Houston looking to tie the game potentially. Number 13, Cooks could have gotten the football. They didn't pass it to him. Unfortunately, it's going to be 4th and 12 for Houston. Houston will not get close enough to get into the red zone. They don't even pass the 50-yard line, and they're not even close enough to field goal range. So, unfortunately, Houston, another drive with no points. Tennessee gets the catch for the kickoff, and they run it to about the 16-yard line. Tennessee right now has the momentum shift, and they are in absolute control, winning 7-0, trying to recapture the number 1 seed to be able to get that first round bye. So far, man, it has been a dreadful game for the Houston Texans offense. And for Baltimore, they've sucked on both the offense and the defense. They're only losing 3-0, so there's still opportunity for them in this game. But unfortunately, if they don't start scoring now, I don't see them getting any opportunity to sneak into the playoff picture for number 7 seed. Ravens right now, almost a quarterback sack. They have to force the football, and the football goes flying to the ground. The defense by the Steelers today against the Baltimore offense has been sensational so far. TJ Watts, number 90, just continues to get in there to distract and assault and just take down the backup quarterback, number 2. Again, there's no Lamar Jackson in this final game for the season. He has been out for about 4 or 5 games. Baltimore will not score on this drive and not get anywhere near field goal range. So unfortunately, they will go ahead and punt the football on 4th and 8, and the Steelers waiting for the kickoff. They catch it. They do the fair catch at about the 19-yard line. So Steelers right now only up 3-0, but if they can score here, they can go into the half with a much bigger lead. Let's go ahead and switch to the Browns game. The Browns right now, absolute domination against the Bengals. 14-0. They have the football. It is 9 minutes and 33 seconds in the second quarter. And right now it has been all Browns. The Bengals have not shown up so far on the scoreboard. And in the Tennessee and Houston game, the Houston Texans have not shown up on the scoreboard. They still have 0 jelly donuts. Zilp, zilch, nada. Right now, let's see if the Browns are going to extend the lead to 21-0. They have the football again. Plenty of time in the second quarter to go up 21-0. Oh, they go for a rush play. And the defense on the Bengals, number 76, looking like an absolute freight train running over the intended rusher. That should be a loss for about 3 yards or 2 yards. Beautiful play by the defense by the Bengals. Woo! Tell me if you are tuning into any of these games, or let me know who you're watching at this time. Here we go. They go for a pass. It looks like it's good. Will it be enough for the first? Let's see where the ball gets spotted. Back to the Tennessee Titans game right now. Tennessee with the football at their own 15. Tennessee game has 4 minutes and 20 seconds to go. They got that 420 on the field. That green, that ganj. Tennessee goes for a rush play, and it looks like it should be good for about 4 yards. Tennessee been playing great football today against this Houston Texans defense. The Browns game right now has someone on the field with an injury. I believe it's one of the Bengals players. Whew, there goes that yawn again. I know I'm not sleepy this time, so we will not be cutting this stream short like we did yesterday. I actually do feel much better today, but I just have a habit of whenever I talk for a long period of time or I'm sitting down for a long period of time, I tend to yawn. So don't worry, we won't be cutting this live stream short. That was only for yesterday. So right now it looks like Bengals game, Browns game. That one's on commercial. Ravens, Steelers. Let's switch over. Looks like the Ravens and Steelers at the moment. Not too much action going on there. Let me check Tennessee out. Tennessee right now got the football at the 34-yard line. Here we go. Going for a pass. A good play. Finds the receiver wide open, number 11. Beautiful catch. It was good for about 14 yards. The Houston defense started to slack. Can Tennessee go up 14-0 before the halftime? Their game has 2 minutes and 49 seconds to go. We've got Baltimore and Pittsburgh here. Still 3-0, 5 minutes and 29 seconds to go. And right now the Steelers have the football on their own 19-yard line. They decided to go for a rush play that's only going to be good for about 1 yard. Browns, Bengals still on commercial break at the moment. So we'll switch back to Tennessee. Tennessee, let's see how it's looking. Boom. Oh, Houston deflects and almost intercepts the football from the intended receiver from the Tennessee Titans. Tennessee's got to play a little bit tighter on that offense because that ball was almost not only deflected, but almost intercepted. That was a terrible pass. Tennessee, don't start screwing it up now. You're up 7-0. The halftime is on the way in about 2 minutes and 16 seconds. You just got to go up 14-0. Make this a cutthroat game and an impossible opportunity for Houston to make a comeback in the second half. Tennessee right now with the football at the 48-yard line, still in their own territory. Oh, a false start? No, they get it off in time. Ooh, a rush play again. Beautiful rush. Unbelievable play. Get it for the first and more. Yes, Tennessee will not be denied. Time is ticking, so we may go to a commercial break on that one for the 2-minute warning. And yes, 2-minute warning in the Tennessee-Houston game. Tennessee up 7-0. Beautiful rush play by number 7 yet again. And here we go to the Steelers and Ravens game. It's a 4th and 8. It looks like it was punted over. Steelers unable to score any more than 3 points, but Baltimore, they've got nothing on the scoreboard. It's 0 points. I don't know what's going on, but that Steelers defense and Ravens defense has been phenomenal back to back. Oh, the football right now. The Browns game. Is it a fumble? Bengals game right now. I don't know what's going on with the Bengals. It says the last time the Bengals made a playoff appearance was in 2015. The last playoff win was in 1990. So the Bengals, an absolutely atrocious team when it comes to not only showing up to the playoffs, but also winning the playoffs. The longest drought without a playoff win. Lions since 1991, Bengals since 1990, and the Dolphins, I think it says, is 1996. So the Bengals, the Lions, and the Dolphins all have not had a playoff win in a very long time. It says since the 90s. So it's almost been like a 25, 30-year drought for these three teams. Bengals are officially in the playoffs, but what seed will they be in? Because right now they're in the 3rd seed, but we don't know if they're going to hold on because right now they're losing 14-0. So we don't even know if they're going to be able to hold to the 3rd because if they lose this game and the Bills win, Bengals are going to drop to number 4. Right now, the Bengals, number 25, the rusher, runs it in. It looks like he was about to go to the ground, bounces off all the impact, all the traffic, continues moving forward, and it looks like it's good enough to get the first down. Beautiful play by that intended rusher. All right, here we go. They get the football off again. They rush it in, and they get it to roughly about the 35-yard line. So right now, it looks like the Bengals are finally trying to get into the scoreboard. They still have 0. The last time the Bengals won an AFC wild card in 1990 was against the Lions. Oh my gosh. So the Bengals and the Lions faced off, and that was the last time the Bengals actually won a playoff game in 1990, the exact year, 31 years ago. Shit, the Bengals, man. The Cincinnati team has had nothing to cheer for. Oh, shit. The quarterback gets hit. The ball gets out. The Browns try to recover, but unfortunately, Cincinnati Bengals recover the football, but they may have lost potentially 15 or 20 yards on the play. Let's see how this goes. Watch the replay. Boom! He fakes the pass, drops the football. The Browns recover the football, then they drop the football, and then the Bengals recover the football. So a lot of fumbling, a lot of recovery, a lot of hot potato going on again. Yo, these guys are terrible. All these teams fumbling the football, interceptions, slipping on the grass, not able to recover footballs that are loose around. Pause, no pun intended. But this has been crazy how these guys have just been dropping the football left and right in these games and slipping and interceptions and all kinds of like turnovers and penalties. See, back to the Tennessee game for a quick moment. 7-0 with a minute and 52 seconds to go. Second and 11. Tennessee has 3 timeouts. Houston has 2. Right now, waiting to see when they will finally start this drive. They're taking forever. All right, so here we go. Second and 11, and they are officially in the territory of the Houston side on the field. They go for a fake. They pass. Boom, and an easy play to number 11 for an easy catch. And then he runs it out of bounds with a minute and 45 seconds remaining. It'll be good for first and a whole lot more. Beautiful catch. A nice reception by number 11 on the Tennessee offense. Catches it at around the 21-yard line and then runs it for a few more yards up to about the 17-yard line. Beautiful pass by Tannehill, finding the open intended receiver. Gorgeous play, keeping the play alive and stopping the clock in the process by running it out of bounds. Here we go. Tennessee on the 21. They go for a rush play. They get it to about the 19. Second down. 1 minute and 40 seconds to go. Right now, the Bengals, and it looks like they lost the challenge, and the call stands. I think they were trying to challenge that it was not a fumble. And unfortunately, I think that is a fumble. Yep, third and 33. Oh my God, trip threes, 3-3-3. The Bengals, third and 3. They try to challenge that it was a fumble. There was no forward range of motion, so I don't know why they would have wasted an opportunity on a challenge. But it is what it is. Third and 33. Bengals, third and 33. Third and a lot of field to go. A lot. They go for a short pass. They run it up and they get it to roughly about the 48, 49-yard line. That is not going to be enough. That is not even close. At best, they gained about 10 or 12 yards. They needed 33 for the first. So, unfortunately, the Bengals, again, with another terrible drive, no success, no red zone opportunity. I don't even think they're going to be in field goal opportunity yet again because they got pushed so far back on the previous play. Back to the Tennessee game, trying to clinch the number 1 seed and the first round bye with a victory here. Ooh, they get it again, and it should be good for a touchdown. And it is again. Number 11, Brown, gets the touchdown and gives one of the fans the touchdown football. Beautiful play by number 11, A.J. Brown. Man, oh man, a beautiful touchdown. He goes up, turns around quickly, catches it quickly, runs it up. No defenders in the area to stop him. And Brown takes it all the way to the crib. Nice play by Brown, getting it into the end zone. 13-0, going for the 1-point field goal. Boom. And the field goes straight down the middle. It's good. And guys, score update. Tennessee is now 14-0. They are up by 14-0. Second quarter, 1 minute and 34 seconds remaining. And Tennessee doing everything possible to not only win this game, but potentially clinch number 1 seed. Here we go with the score update. Right now, it looks like it may potentially be 2 shutout quarters because the Browns are still up 14-0 and the Titans are also up 14-0. For those tuning in, man, it looks like Tennessee may potentially end up in the number 1 seed again. They look like they're trying to clinch that first seed. It's looking good so far. It's looking really, really good. Tennessee Titans, man, doing their job, following the assignment, and making sure that they take care of business. They are taking care of business. Oh, is this going to be a touchdown for the Bengals? No way. I'm not even sure. I'm not even sure what happened. I don't know if it's a interception or if it was a fumble or what's going on here. Hold on. They're showing the replay. Oh, they hit the quarterback's hand. There's no forward motion, so that should be considered a fumble. They pick up the football and they run it in. Oh shit, guys! Score update. The Bengals scored a touchdown with no flags, and they give it. They says they're giving them the 6. Now they are doing a scoring review, but that looked like it should be clean. There was no forward motion by the quarterback. The football got hit out of his hands. It fumbles. Bengals pick it up and they run it all the way to the crib to the touchdown. Oh, that's good. That should be a fumble. There's no forward motion. His hand was like this, and unfortunately, no forward motion. So it looks like it's good. Yep, the referees say it's good. They go for the 1-point field goal. And now the Bengals, because of playing phenomenal defense on that last drive, bro, they were able to finally get on the scoreboard. Damn. The Bengals, bro, finally get an opportunity. The Bengals right now score 7. Beautiful play. I honestly thought that that was going to end in a 14-0 or possibly 21-0 shutout half for them. But it looks like the Bengals were able to go ahead and score 7. So now the Browns are only up 14-7. Tennessee right now with a minute and 24 seconds to go. They are up 14-0. Let me switch to the Ravens and Steelers. I haven't talked about that one for a while. And nothing going on there. 3-0 with a minute and 36. I thought the Ravens and Steelers were going to be a much better game as far as scoring, but I guess not. It's been all defense. Ravens have the football. They go for a pass. On 1st and 10, should be good for about 8 yards. Houston right now in the Tennessee game, minute and 22 left. They go for a short pass. Should be good for about 3 or 4 yards. Really good stuff right now in the Tennessee game and in the Browns game. The Browns game actually became a lot more of a better highlight game than the Steelers and Ravens game. So it's been pretty interesting. Been pretty interesting to see the Bengals right now trying to make a comeback, 14-7. They probably won't score again in the second quarter because the second quarter is almost over. But the fact that they were able to get 7 and not settle for 3, that puts the game in a whole different perspective. Because if they were to go down 14-0, they probably would come out demoralized in the third quarter. But now they've got some momentum shifts. So it's looking good for the Browns. Looking good for the Bengals to make a comeback on the Browns. The Ravens, they go and run it. Ooh, a nice rush play to get a first and more. The Ravens with a quarterback rush by Huntley, number 2. Looks like he got it roughly to about the 7-yard line. So the Ravens may potentially get 7 on the scoreboard and potentially take the lead. Houston over here trying their best to go ahead and do something on here. Almost a quarterback sack. Quarterback falls on the floor, and it looks like he slips on the grass. Bro, everybody's slipping on the grass today. I don't know what's going on all 3 games. Everybody's slipping and sliding, bro. I don't know if there's some slime on the floor, but there's a whole lot of slipping and sliding. Baltimore with a short pass, no gain. No gain on that one. Let's see the Browns. Anything going on here? Browns got the football. They were up 14-0. Now it's only 14-7. They go for a pass. They fake it. Quarterback runs it in. Good for about 2 yards. Switch back here to the Ravens because they look like they may potentially score soon. They're on 2nd and goal, and they've only got 35 seconds remaining in the second quarter. Ravens have got to score here to steal the momentum and go up in the lead to start the third quarter. Houston right now, still in their own territory. Oh, and they get nothing on the drive, so they have to punt the football again. Houston is going to probably go into the half with no points. Let's switch back to Baltimore. Baltimore with 37 seconds. They put 2 seconds back on the clock. It's second and goal. Second and goal. Throw it to the right. Oh, the quarterback goes to fake, rushes it in. The Steelers defense absolutely crushes the quarterback. But will the quarterback sack be flushed away by the flag that's on the field? There's a flag right now by the referees. If it is against the Steelers, it looks like there's a holding. If it's against the Steelers, which I think it is, that may potentially be a first down. And it is unnecessary roughness on the Pittsburgh Steelers on number 97. He disagrees wholeheartedly, but unfortunately, it looks like it was a possible helmet to helmet. Oh, yep. It looks like he went straight helmet to helmet. So unnecessary roughness will cost Pittsburgh dramatically because it will now be a first and goal, which opens up the door for Baltimore. Baltimore, man, may get an opportunity to score a touchdown here. Tennessee game's 37 seconds to go. I don't see Houston scoring again, so we'll stick to this Ravens game. Ravens absolutely swallow up, no pun intended, but they absolutely swallow up the quarterback. T.J. Watts, yet again, number 90. Cannot say it enough. This guy is all over the quarterback. No pun intended, pause. But T.J. Watts just flaking away the O-line and getting to the quarterback. This has been the second or third time already that he's done this. T.J. Watts kicking ass out there on the defense. What a great player to have. He's had 22 and a half sacks this season. Michael Strahan had 22 and a half sacks in 2001. If TJ Watts gets one more sack or even a half a sack, he will beat the record 22.5 sacks since 2001. So 20 years ago was the closest that anyone has gotten to that record. It was Michael Strahan that had it, and TJ Watts this season may potentially break that record. Boom, Baltimore goes for a quick pass in the end zone. It is second and goal. Incomplete pass. Man, Baltimore is struggling right now to get it touchdown. Third and goal again, even after the penalty of unnecessary roughness on the Steelers. Unfortunately, Ravens still have not been able to put up the points. So let's see if they will get it on third and goal. Right now, the line looks like the line of scrimmage is roughly around the 6 or 7 yard line. Tennessee Titans up 14-0 with 26 seconds to go. It is second and 10. Tennessee maybe potentially trying to get another 3 points onto the scoreboard. Right now, they're at the 49-yard line. They are officially in the Houston territory. Tennessee trying to move up the football as fast as they can for an opportunity to be able to go up either 21-0 or 17-0 by halftime. 22 seconds to go. Third and 10. Tennessee has no more timeouts. Houston has only one timeout. Baltimore Ravens right now. Third and goal. I have not yet switched to the Browns because these two teams here are potentially going to score against. So trying to keep a close eye and a close update on this one, especially the Ravens, who have been already trying for about 5 downs to be able to score a touchdown and still have had no success at the moment. It looks cold as fuck out there too because everybody's breathing and all the cold air is just moving around. Oh, a deflection. Almost another quarterback sack by TJ Watts, number 90. So close. TJ Watts almost gets another quarterback sack. And man, oh man, TJ Watts looks injured. Holy crap. TJ Watts almost gets a quarterback sack, but the quarterback gets the football out in time. TJ Watts accidentally drops the quarterback. The football is deflected. So a beautiful play by TJ Watts. A beautiful, beautiful play by TJ Watts to be able to go ahead and deflect the football. No touchdown by Baltimore, but he looks like he hurt his hand and he went off the field very quickly. So TJ Watt may be potentially injured. We'll see if he returns back to the game. But a beautiful deflection, man, by TJ, number 90 on the Steelers defense. TJ Watt out there just having the time of his life. If he would have gotten that sack, he would have been at 23.5 sacks for the season, which means that he would have beaten the Michael Strahan record. So that record is still alive at 22.5. TJ and Michael Strahan both have the current record. Michael Strahan had it in 2001, and now TJ has tied it here. So that would be almost 20 years that no one has come close to Michael Strahan's seasonal record for sacks. Tuning in over here, I think the Tennessee Titans might have scored a touchdown, and yes, they did. Tennessee to number 15 yet again. Tannehill finds him yet again. Westbrook for a beautiful touchdown on the right side of the field. Westbrook, number 15, with another touchdown. Tennessee is now up 20-0. Baltimore was not able to score a touchdown, but they got the field goal, so the game is tied 3-3. But Tennessee, a blockbuster performance right now on the offense. The field goal is good for 1 point, and Tennessee goes up 21-0. Unbelievable offensive onslaught by Tennessee Titans. Tennessee looking to recapture the number 1 seed. And so far, after 2 quarters, they are looking good. Let me go ahead and give you guys all the score updates. Let me also go ahead and tune into the Browns really quick and see if there's anything changing on that side. It's still 14-7. However, the Browns are close to the end zone. Oh, the Browns. Number 88, the intended receiver, Bryant. Not Kobe Bryant, but Bryant. Number 88, the intended receiver almost catches the ball but lands on his back too early. So unfortunately, it's an incomplete pass, but the Browns now with potential opportunity to be able to go ahead and maybe go up 21-7. If they go up 21-7, that could be demoralizing for the Bengals, who just cut the lead in half on one of the previous drives to make it 14-7 from the previous 14-0 score update. Right now, the Browns are really close. They are in the red zone, and they are really, really close. And the second timeout called by the Cincinnati Bengals to stop the clock. Second quarter with 12 seconds to go. Let me go ahead and get started on the updates here. Tennessee Titans, if you're just tuning in, they're up 21-0 against the Houston Texans. Steelers versus Ravens, by the way, is tied 3-3. And we have the Browns currently up 14-7, but they may score a touchdown here. Right now, it looks like the Tennessee game is over at the half, so it'll be 21-0. No more score updates there. Browns go for a quick pass, trying to get the first. Bengals defense holds up. Ravens game also at half. Looks like it'll be 3-3, tie game. So here it is, guys. Here's the current score updates. Tennessee Titans at halftime, 21-0 against the Houston Texans. The Steelers and the Ravens are tied at 3-3, and the Browns are up 14-7 against the Bengals, but the Browns do have an opportunity to go up 21-7 or 17-7. They still have the football, and there's still 9 seconds on the clock. Oh, and it's intercepted by the Cincinnati Bengals defense. They're still running it. Oh, no, but the clock runs out. It hits 0-0. So, unfortunately, there will be no opportunity to be able to score anything further. Cincinnati Bengals able to get an interception in the end zone. Browns not able to extend the lead to 21-7 or to 17-7, you guys. So, this will remain the score update. The Titans are up 21-0 against Houston Texans. The Steelers and Ravens are tied at 3 apiece, and the Browns are still up 14-7. They try to go for a field goal in the end zone, and unfortunately, number 21 on the Bengals defense sees the play, gets the interception, and runs it back to about the 40 or 50-yard line. So there will be no score update on this game because also the time has expired and has gone 0-0. So there is no time left on the clock. All games are now at halftime. Here we go. Reiterating the score update here. It is officially now halftime, guys. Scores remain as the following. Tennessee Titans 21-0 against the Texans. Steelers Ravens are tied 3-3. And the Browns are up 14-7 against the Bengals. So right now, looks like the scores are getting tighter and tighter for the two other games. But Tennessee right now, complete domination, 21-0 right now. 21-0. This is the score update right now. All right, guys. Since it is halftime, I'm going to go ahead and take a brief intermission. We will be right back to go ahead and cover some more football in just a moment. It is halftime, and you already know halftime takes about 15 minutes roughly. So we will take a brief intermission. Be right back in 15 minutes because it is halftime. So just a brief intermission. Do not turn off the stream. Do not turn off your broadcasting. We will be back in 15 minutes. It is now halftime. Be right back. All right, guys, we are back. We are back. Looks like Tennessee game is back in action, so we are back there. Looking good, looking good, looking good. So right now, Tennessee, that game just started for us. So it looks like at the moment, looks like right now Tannehill tries to throw a big time Hail Mary pass, and unfortunately, the pass is going to be no good. So that one right now, not going into the end zone, but he did try to get to the intended receiver. It is 2nd and 10 at the moment. And here we go with a rush play. Should be good for about 8 or 9 yards, close to the first down marker. Right now, looking to see if any of the other games have come back also from the break. Let's see. So right now, Ravens and Steelers still has not come back yet from break, which is surprising because I think that game went to break, went to halftime before Tennessee, if I'm not mistaken. Browns right now and the Bengals still on commercial. That's weird. Well, Tennessee came out a lot faster than 15 minutes, that's for sure. But here we go, 3rd and 2. Tennessee got the football for the opening drive here. Looks like it's 14 minutes and 6 seconds to the third quarter. Oh man, Tannehill thrown to the ground by two of the defensive players. Man, I think that should have been called an unnecessary roughness, to be honest, because the way he threw homie to the ground, that was not a good look at all. That was not a good look. Oh, and there's a injury on number 1 Johnson Jr. for the Houston Texans. I don't know if it's an ankle, knee injury, but he is on the ground at the moment. So to start off the game, Tennessee trying to go ahead and get the first, and it looks like there may be an injury on Houston. Should be a 4th and 8 for Tennessee, more than likely punting it. The Browns game is back. So here we are on the way, guys. If you're just tuning in, these are the current score updates right now. We've got Tennessee is up 21-0, looking to regain the number 1 seed. We've got the Houston Texans scoring absolutely nothing on Tennessee. Steelers and Ravens are tied at 3 apiece, and the Browns are up 14-7. 2 of the 3 games so far are back from halftime, so we will start covering those. Tennessee just went back to commercial due to injury, so we will check out the Browns and the Bengals. All right, the Browns go. They get a pass. And unfortunately, the intended receiver, number 80, the pass is incomplete. Let's go to the Ravens and Steelers. So the Ravens and the Steelers game has just officially gone on the way as well. So let's go ahead and see if there's any score updates on that one. More than likely, not just yet because these games just got back into regulation. So the scores should all still be the same. Right now, at the moment, Tennessee's game is on commercial. So let's check out Ravens. They go for a short pass. Should be good for about 6 yards. Browns and Bengals. Let's see what's going on here. Right now, the Browns still with the football, but it looks like it's 4th and 2. Let's see where they're currently at. Looks like they're going to go for a field goal. Is it a field goal? No, they're not. They're not even close. So that's going to be a punt play. So let's go back to the Ravens game. So far, nobody getting close to scoring. Ravens right now looks like they run it. Looks like it should be good for the first. Huntley, number 2, the quarterback for the Ravens. Yes, they're saying that it is good for a first down. So he rushed it in. A beautiful run. Nobody on the Steelers able to go ahead and get there in time. So, yes, it looks like it's good for a first and more. And he runs out of bounds about 2 yards after getting the first down marker. So, 1st and 10 for the Ravens right now to start the third quarter. The Ravens looking like they have a little bit of momentum shift on their side. They were able to tie the game before the second quarter ended. They go for a rush play again. Oh, and it looks like they should be good enough for the first on that rush. Looks like number 28 gets it in, bounces over, and it looks like it did pass the first down marker. Tennessee's game is back from commercial break. Unfortunately, it is 4th and 8 prior to the break, so it looks like Tennessee will be punting the football over to Houston. Houston right now has not even gotten close to the red zone. They've been struggling on this game. They are a 4-12 team, so that's not surprising to me. Tennessee right now with all the momentum in their game. Oh, the Ravens. Score update. Number 28 Soon as I turn my head to look over at the Tennessee game, Baltimore scores a touchdown in 5 plays, 68 yards in 2 minutes and 28 seconds with barely any time used up. They get a touchdown. Let's check out the replay. Number 28 rushes it, finds an opening in the defense, runs it straight up the middle and takes it all the way to the end zone. A beautiful rush play, 46-yard rush by number 28. Beautiful, beautiful play. Baltimore finally takes the first lead of the game. They were losing 3-0 for most of the game. Then they tie it at the end of the second quarter to make it 3-3. And now, early into the third, Baltimore scores a touchdown. A 46-yard rush finds an opening through the D-line. Number 28 takes it to the crib, takes it all the way to the crib. 46-yard run. Baltimore gets the 1-point field goal, and they are up 10-3. Wow, good way to start this third quarter for Baltimore. Baltimore taking an early lead in the third quarter. So here is your new score update for the Ravens game. Ravens are now up 10-3 on the Steelers. Great play by Baltimore to finally make this game competitive and finally make this game interesting. Ravens are now up 10-3 on the Steelers. Steelers have dominated them throughout the entire game, 3-0 with a low-scoring game, and now the Ravens are able to go ahead and score. So a beautiful play at the moment right now, keeping them alive. So right now with the Tennessee game, Houston still has the football, 2nd-1, and it looks like they're going for a pass play. Oh, the quarterback overthrows it on 2nd-1. I don't know why he didn't just rush it himself. He could have potentially, gotten that. I don't know what he was doing or what he was thinking. But that was a terrible play by the quarterback. Instead of rushing it in for the 1 yard, he ends up passing it over. Doesn't make any sense to me why he would have done that. But that's just how it goes sometimes. Sometimes quarterbacks not doing their job effectively. So if you're just tuning in, the only team that has currently scored right now, has been the Ravens to start the third quarter. They were able to get a touchdown. Ravens are up 10-3. They were able to score 7 on the Steelers. They got the 6-point touchdown with a 1-point field goal, and they are now officially up for the first time in the game. Tennessee's game still up 21-0. 11 minutes, 34 seconds in the third. Let's switch over to the Browns and Bengals and see if anything interesting has gone on. Bengals right now with the football with the 1st-10 with 10 minutes and 34 seconds in the third quarter. So far, no score update there. The Browns are still up 14-7. Browns still up 14-7. All right, so here we go. Looks like the Browns trying to D up. Bengals with a quick pass. The pass right now is no good. It is incomplete pass. Browns and Bengals game right now has slowed down a little bit. Steelers and Ravens game is starting to pick up a bit. Definitely liking the competition. So right now, guys, at the moment, there's no action going on. Tennessee is at commercial break. Not much going on in the Browns game. Bengals have the football to be 3rd down, and the Ravens and Steelers right now, they already scored on the Baltimore side 10-3. Roethlisberger out there, definitely looking like this is his final season. I think they did an interview with him earlier today, and they said that Roethlisberger is going to be retiring after the season. He said he's given his whole heart and soul to the team for about 18 seasons, and he doesn't think he has anything left to give. Roethlisberger on second down with a great pass, a completion. Looks like it'll be good enough for a 1st and more. So they get the 1st and 10. And yes, I think this will be Roethlisberger's last season with the Steelers. And potentially, if they don't make the playoffs, this could be Roethlisberger's last game tonight. So Roethlisberger may potentially be playing his last football game of the season. Steelers are 8-7-1, I believe, on the record, and they don't have too much opportunity to make it in. And with the Ravens up right now, if the Ravens win, the Steelers definitely will not make any playoff noise this year. So Roethlisberger may potentially be retiring at his final season with no playoff opportunity. A sad way to go, but sometimes it's just how it works out. That's how it is. Steelers right now, a nice rush play, and they get it roughly to about the 46 or 45-yard line. So they are now officially in Baltimore territory. This may potentially be Roethlisberger's last game, and it's not even a home game. This may be his last game for the season. He may not see playoffs, and he's doing it in the rivalry city of Baltimore. Boom, goes for a big-time pass, gets it to the receiver around the 30-yard line. So number 18, good reception, and that is good for about 13 to 15 yards. 1st and 10, Roethlisberger and company moving the football a lot more efficiently on this drive. They haven't had a lot of success. They've only had 3 points on the scoreboard. They were beating Baltimore most of the way 3-0, and then now Baltimore's winning 10-3. Tennessee. Let's see what's going on over here. It's a 2nd and 15 for Houston. Houston right now looking to threaten the score. Oh, a big-time jump by the intended receiver, number 28. Gets the catch, stays inbound, and does a full range of motion. The catch is good for a 1st down. Houston has no points at the moment. Moving the football. What a beautiful jump. The elevation just to be able to get that catch. Unbelievable play. The intended defender, number 41, tried to stop it, but unfortunately, Houston, with a leap of faith in the air, catches that football unexpectedly. A razzle-dazzle by Houston. Oh, my goodness. Houston gives the football back to number 28, the intended receiver from the previous play. And then number 28 throws it right back to the quarterback. The quarterback then throws a Hail Mary for about 30 to 35 yards into the end zone. And the catch is good. And Houston, with no flags on the play, this looks like they will finally strike blood onto the scoreboard. Oh, shit. A razzle-dazzle. The quarterback gives it to number 28. The 28 throws it back to the quarterback. The quarterback throws it to number 15. 15 catches it in the end zone. And finally, Houston strikes blood on the scoreboard. And they get the 1-point field goal, and it is now good. So the game is now 21-7. With Houston looking to make a comeback in the second half. Let's tune back into the Ravens game. It is 3rd and 1. They go for a rush play. Oh my goodness, the Ravens defense absolutely trashes the intended rusher. And it looks like the Steelers may potentially need to settle for a field goal unless they want to go for it on 4th and 1. Score update, guys, for the Tennessee game. Here we go with the score update. Score update now for Tennessee and Houston. 21-7. Houston finally gets on the scoreboard. They score a touchdown and then a 1-point field goal. So it is now 21-7 at the moment. Beautiful play by Houston. That offense has been atrocious all day, but they finally get on the scoreboard. A beautiful, beautiful play. Houston right now with 7, still trailing by 14. The Steelers, they go and they have to settle for the field goal. They don't go for it on 4th and 1. They get the 3-point field goal. It is good. So, guys, another score update. Another score update. Ravens up only by 4. Ravens still winning, but they're only up by 4 right now. This is the new score update for the Ravens game. Steelers just scored a 3-point field goal. It was good. So now the Ravens are up only by 4. Ravens are winning 10-6. So there have been 2 score changes. The Houston Texans scored a touchdown and a field goal. So they got 7 points. So now the Tennessee Titans were up 21-0. Now they're up 21-7, but they're still up by 14. And in the Ravens game, the Steelers scored a 3-point field goal. So now the Ravens are only up by 4 points, and the score is 10-6. So it is getting a little bit closer again in the Ravens-Steelers game. The Tennessee game is still a bit of a blowout. However, there is opportunity now because they were able to go ahead and score 7 points on the previous drive. So it is looking good for them to try to make a comeback. I still believe Tennessee will hold up. Tennessee for sure has the clear advantage in this game. They're the much, much better team. So I believe they will still hold up. But you never know what could possibly happen. So right now for the Browns game, it is a third quarter with 5 minutes and 36 seconds remaining. And right now the Bengals have the football. And it looks like the score has not changed. It is still 14-7. So there is still opportunity for the Bengals to make a comeback. However, right now it looks like the defense for the Browns is holding up. So right now the Bengals, even though they are near the red zone, they still have not scored. Browns defense trying to come in clutch in the red zone. Score is still 14-7. Bengals right now are 3rd and 21. They got their asses pushed way, way back. And it looks like after the 3rd and 21, there would be not much success. It looks like it's going to be 4th and 17. They were only able to gain about 4 yards on the play. So unfortunately, the Bengals have to settle for a field goal. The Bengals, they go for the field goal, and the field goal is good. So now another score update, guys. The Bengals are only down by 4 points, and the Bengals are only losing 10-14. So here we go, guys. Another score update. Another score update right now. The Browns are only winning 14-10. Looks like the Bengals were able to at least get into the red zone. They were not able to get a touchdown. However, they were able to go ahead and get 3 on the board. Now the score is 14-10. So 14-10, the 36-yard attempt was successful and it was good. So right now, Bengals trying to make a last-minute heroic comeback, doing the best that they can to try to win this game so that they can potentially not only keep 3rd, but maybe move up to 2nd, depending on what the outcomes of the Tennessee game occurs today. So this will be very, very interesting. And actually, looking back, I don't know if the Bengals have an opportunity to go up. Well, yeah, if the Tennessee Titans lose, I believe the Bengals have a slight better record in the conference. So if Tennessee loses and Bengals win, Bengals go up to 2nd, Tennessee drops to 3rd. And Tennessee right now is up 21-7. I expect them to win, so I believe Tennessee will get this victory and they reclaim the number 1 seed. And right now there's a flag on the play in the Tennessee game. Waiting to see who the play is on, and now going to the Baltimore game and see if there's any action over here. So Pittsburgh just scored 3 points. So now Pittsburgh is only losing by 4. The Bengals just scored 3 points, so now they're only losing by 4. And then in the Tennessee game, Houston scored 7, so now they're only down by 14. It looks like there's a flag on Tennessee. Looks like there was. Yep, looks like the flag will be on Tennessee. So the rush by Tannehill looks like it was a fumbled football. They recovered it. It is 2nd and 27. That is 2nd and long. 2nd and 27. Tennessee is in their own 5.5-yard line at the moment. Let me see what Baltimore is doing on 4th and 2. Are they punting or are they going for it on 4th and 2? Looks like they are going to punt the football. So let's get back to the Tennessee game. See what Tennessee will be doing on this drive with 3rd and 19. 3rd and 19. That is terrible. 3rd and 19. Tennessee right now cannot afford to give Houston an opportunity. Clock is ticking pretty fast, though. Looks like already half of the third quarter is gone in the Tennessee-Houston game. Tennessee 3rd and 19 in their own territory. They go for a short pass. That is not going to be enough for a first down, so they will have to punt the football. That is not even close to being a first down. Tennessee got it from 3rd and 21 or 3rd and 19, I should say, to 4th and 9. So, yes, they will be punting the football to Houston. And here we go back to the Bengals and the Browns game. Somehow, the Bengals just scored not too long ago. Oh, I thought they were getting the football back. No, it looks like they're just doing a kickoff. 5 minutes and 1 second remaining in the Bengals game at the moment. Boom. Kickoff. A punt play by Tennessee. Punt over here on the Bengals to the Browns. And the Browns, pretty good run. They get it to about the 35-yard line. Not a bad run at all. They'll have the clock. Oh, and there's a flag. There is a flag on the Browns and Bengals game. Yes, there was a holding play, and it was called on the Browns. So that Browns penalty, unfortunately, is going to push them back. And it looks like Browns will not be starting at the 35-yard line where they initially had moved the football up to. Right now, these games are getting pretty close. Two of the games right now are only a 4-point deficit. And then the Tennessee-Houston game is a 14-point deficit with Tennessee up 21-7. The Browns right now looking to see if they can go ahead and put more points on the scoreboard, go for a quick pass. The intended receiver number 88 gets the football about 1 yard shy of the first down marker. Tennessee-Houston game is currently on commercial break. Let's see if Baltimore has got anything going on against Pittsburgh. Nothing yet going on in Baltimore. To switch back to Cleveland. Tennessee still on commercial break. And again, if you're just tuning in, Tennessee complete domination, 21-7, looking to take back the number 1 seed with the victory today. Steelers right now is the only game that's currently playing. They go for a rush play. They gain about 2 yards. Not a whole lot of action going on just yet between the 3 games. One of them is on commercial break. The other one is going on a lot of chat with the commentators of the game, sports broadcasters. Here we go. Back to the Browns game. They go for a rush play. Oh, they find the opening. Ooh, and they get it to about the 38, 37-yard line. A good play by the Browns. No penalty. That should hold up. Beautiful play with 3 minutes and 19 seconds to go in the third quarter. Let's see if the Ravens and Steelers have any action going on yet. Nothing yet at the moment, but right now, looks like they're back from commercial. Tennessee game is also back from commercial with 6 minutes and 18 seconds to go in the third. And right now, Houston has the football in that game. And in the Baltimore game, it is 3rd and 7 with the Steelers having the football. Oh, and it's going to be a quarterback sack. Roethlisberger trying his best not to go to the ground. They keep pushing him, and unfortunately, it'll be a quarterback sack. Houston with another big-time sensational catch over the intended defender, number 12, Collins on Houston, running it up. The defense, tight coverage. Number 26, all over number 12, Collins. But yet, Houston still able to catch the football. Damn, Houston is moving right now. They've got the football at the 41-yard line. They may potentially get another 7 here. The Tennessee defense has got to stop slacking in this quarter. There's still a lot of clock left, so if they continue to mess around, they could potentially give this game away, which they don't want to do that. They want to gain the number 1 seed back from the Chiefs in the AFC. And right now, it looks like another good pass. And right now, the 2nd and 1. Houston is moving and grooving at the moment. They've got the football roughly around the 34, 33-yard line. And in Baltimore, looks like there's a 1st and 10. 4 minutes and 6 seconds to go. It looks like the Ravens have the football on their own 25. Right now, trying to... Ooh, a nice rush play by Baltimore. Oh, shit. They get it to about the 47-yard line. Number 28 will not be denied. He continues to find openings on the D-line, cracks right through the hole. That's what she said. And gets right through. Good enough for about the 47-yard line. So should be about good 25, 27 yards. Nice play by number 28 in Baltimore. Here we go with Houston going for another pass. Oh, and almost caught. I think it might be intercepted by Tennessee. Did Tennessee get that catch? It is hard to tell if Tennessee caught the football. I think they're saying that maybe Houston got it. Is this going to be another screw job by the refs? Let's see. Collins, intended receiver again. Number 12 goes up. Yep, it looks like Collins did actually catch the football, but then the defender looks like he tried to strap the football out of his hands. Unfortunately, Collins was already in the ground, so they gave Houston a completed pass. So they are in the red zone at the 15-yard line, bro. If they score here, oh no. As soon as I said if they score here, number 98 on the Tennessee Titans, Simmons, a quarterback sack, throws the quarterback's ass to the fucking ground. Unbelievable play. And on the other side of the spectrum over here, looks like the Browns are over here looking to make some impact to add more points to the score. Let's see if the Ravens are on commercial, Browns are on commercial. Tennessee Titans, number 98, pushing back the quarterback, and now it is 2nd and 19. A beautiful play to prevent any opportunity of scoring. Here we go. Houston with a big long pass. Nobody in the vicinity of the area. The intended receiver, number 31, Johnson. Unfortunately, he is not fast enough and does not get there in time, so he will not be able to get a completed pass for the first down. Still, it'll be 3rd and long for Houston. Jacksonville showing up against the Colts, breaking the Colts' opportunity of an AFC playoff picture. I don't think the Colts are going to make it if they lose this game. And if the Ravens or Steelers win, they may potentially push the Colts out of the picture. If the Colts get kicked out last minute by fucking insane. Here we go. The quarterback decides to fake the pass, rushes it up on 3rd and 19, gets it close to about the 11 or 10-yard line. It is not going to be good enough for a first down, but it is going to be good enough where they can either decide to go for it on 4th to get a first, or they'll get an easy field goal opportunity. Number 10, running it in. You guys should have known they were going to do that, Tennessee. You are slacking big time right now. Let's see if Baltimore's got any action going on. It is 2nd and 7. Baltimore is still up 10-6 with 2 minutes and 31 seconds remaining. Baltimore has the football close to the red zone. They go for a rush play, and it's good. And it might be shy of a first down. Number 28 absolutely dominating on the ground. And it looks like Houston will settle for the field goal. The field goal is good. And now the score is 21-10. Beautiful defense by Tennessee to make sure that Houston does not score a touchdown. Beautiful by Tennessee causing that stoppage right there and having them have to settle for Houston to go for a 3-point field goal. The opportunity is dwindling away for Houston to pull off the upset. Back on the Baltimore game, it is 3rd and 1 right now. Baltimore going for a rush play. Is it short or is it good? I think it might be short. Might be 4th and 1. They might have been stopped. Looks like right now they may have to go and measure it. I don't think that Baltimore got it on the rush. They might be short of a yard still. 1 minute and 18 seconds. The clock is. It is 4th and inches for Baltimore. The Baltimore coach says that is absolutely absurd and bullshit. He believes it should have been a first down. Baltimore decides to rush it again. I think this time they might have enough for the first down. Should be enough. It was only 4th and inches. Tennessee gets the football on the kickoff. And it looks like it goes into the end zone. They should be able to start it on the 25. The action in the Tennessee-Houston game has been phenomenal with the tackles. Even though Houston has not had a lot of opportunity to score, Tennessee just throwing guys on the ground like they don't give a fuck about the health and well-being of Houston Texans. Absolutely dominating them. Throwing guys on the floor like a bunch of rag dolls, like mannequins to the ground. Let's go to Baltimore really quick. Baltimore with a 1st and 10. Looks like they rush it. It looks like the previous play was good for 4th and inches, and Baltimore will keep the drive alive with Williams. And it looks like right now Tennessee looking to rush it as well. Tennessee ground game has been absolutely phenomenal in this game with number 7. It has been a complete massacre out there. He is just running left, running right, running through the middle, just getting every opportunity that he is given and taking full advantage. It is 2nd and 2 right now with Tennessee up 21-10. They're still up by 11 points, 1 minute and 44 seconds. And right now they have an opportunity to see if they can threaten the score before halftime is over. Football right now is on their own 33-yard line. They decide to go for another rush play with Foreman. That one's going to be unsuccessful and potentially a loss of 1 yard. I almost think Tennessee is going to have to start doing a little bit of passing here because the clock is moving very quickly. Tennessee has 3 timeouts. They're up by 11, but if they can go up 28-10 going into the fourth quarter, that would be phenomenal for them because that will almost seal the deal and guarantee them that they will take back the number 1 seed from the Kansas City Chiefs. There's a lot riding on this game for Tennessee. They win this game, they will get the first round bye. They will get an extra week of relaxation for the playoffs. Here we go. It's 3rd and 2. They fake the rush play. Hail Mary pass. Oh, and it's almost intercepted by Houston. Pass will be incomplete. 48 seconds to go in the third quarter. Let's see if anything going on with the Browns. The Browns and Bengals are on commercial break, and the Ravens and Steelers are also on commercial break. So we will wait just a moment here to see if they will go ahead and tune in just a moment. All right, so right now with a 4th and 2, looks like they will have to go ahead and punt the football, and the Houston Texans will be taking over with 41 seconds remaining in the third and see if they can go ahead and add to their current points. They need a touchdown here to be able to catch up and make this more interesting to go into the fourth quarter. Right now, the Bengals playoff record for franchise history at home 5-5, on the road 0-7, and neutral 0-2. Bengals are not a good team in the playoffs, but they are currently in 3rd seed. Here we go. Bengals right now almost get caught in their own end zone for a safety. They were literally on their own 2-yard line, but they were able to rush the football up for about 2 or 3 yards, so there will be no safety on the play. Right now, Houston over here, they've got the football at their own 18. Let's see if Houston can go ahead and make a threat. We'll switch over to the Ravens and Steelers in just one moment here. Here we go with Houston. A big pass. Oh, my goodness. Houston to number 89. A huge time pass. Clock is still ticking in the third. But what a beautiful play. Sensational catch. And then to stay in momentum, stay up, and continue to run the football to about the 45 or 44-yard line. Phenomenal play by number 89 on Houston. Great catch. Right now, the Browns and the Bengals, 4-point game. It's a tight race. Indianapolis Colts can clinch playoff berth with a win, but unfortunately, they're losing to the Jags right now. Oh my goodness, Houston with another Hail Mary. It comes close, but it's a miss. It'll end the third quarter, still 21-10. Houston will get the football back to start the fourth quarter. Right now, they showed the Colts with an opportunity to clinch the playoff berth, but unfortunately, the Colts are losing to the Jags. So if the Colts lose and the Bengals win, it's going to be slim pickings right now. I don't know how all this is going to play out, but this is looking very interesting right now because the Colts right now are, I believe, the 5th seed. Let me double check that. I believe the Colts are 5th seed. They are. Oh no, actually, the Colts are the 6th seed because Patriots moved up to the 5th seed. The Colts need to win today against the Jags in order to clinch a playoff berth. So right now, guys, it looks like the playoff picture has officially changed. So the Chargers are actually 7, Colts are 6, and Patriots are 5th. Colts lose this game against the Jags, they could potentially be kicked out. So there's a lot of playoff opportunity here for the Ravens and the Steelers, who currently are still in the chase, and the Raiders are also in the chase as well. So let's go to the Steelers game. 2nd and 8. Steelers with a rush play. First down and then some. So a lot of opportunity for the Steelers to still make a comeback and win this game against the Ravens. We've seen the Ravens blow leads before for the last 3 or 4 weeks. So the Ravens right now are not a definite pick to make to the playoffs. As a matter of fact, they're still only in the hunt. They're not even in the actual playoff bracket just yet. Right now, Bengals have the football. Looks like 13 minutes and 14 seconds to go. Switch back to the Ravens because that game and Tennessee are both in commercial break. Right now, the Steelers have the football with a 1st and 10. And right now, they are on the 39-yard line at their own side. Both teams trying to play for an opportunity to make it into the playoffs. To be honest, I think regardless of who wins this game, I don't really see them getting into the playoffs. However, because the Colts are losing to the Jags, they're losing 23-3. A complete domination by the Jaguars in their home in Jacksonville. The Jaguars right now are absolutely handing Indiana Colts their asses on a silver platter, blowing them out 23-3 with 14 minutes and 55 seconds to go. If the Colts lose this game and the Ravens or Steelers win, that could potentially shake up the playoff picture. And if the Raiders also win today, and the Chargers lose, that could definitely change the 2 final spots on the bottom for the 6th and 7th seed of the AFC playoff picture. So this is looking like a very, very huge downfall for the Colts. Colts losing to the Jags may potentially kick them out of the playoffs. It's all going to come down to what happens with the Chargers, the Raiders, and this Steelers and Ravens game. It's all going to come down to that because the Colts will have a 9-8 record. Whoever wins this game against Steelers and Ravens will also have, I believe, a 9-8 record. The Chargers, if they lose, will be 9-8, and if the Raiders win, they'll be 9-8. So there is a lot of teams still that will be potentially 9-8, which will then go down to the conference record. The Steelers with a short pass get the first down, and they make it to about the 43-yard line. They are now officially into the Baltimore territory. Baltimore right now throwing away an opportunity to possibly make playoffs right now because the Colts are losing. And it's all going to break down to the conference. Houston right now doing a little shake and bake on the run. On their 1st and 10, they gain only about 1 or 2 yards, so it should be 2nd and 9. But I believe they are in the red zone at the moment. Tennessee right now cannot afford to let this game slip away. Tennessee right now is up 21-10 with an opportunity to steal the number 1 seed from the Chiefs. Chiefs must be watching this game very closely, cheering on the Houston Texans. Let's go back to the Bengals and the Browns. Let's see what's going on here. Nothing much, just a rush play for about 2 yards by the Browns. Let's switch over to the Ravens. Ravens and Steelers. This is getting very interesting over here. So we're going to stick a little bit longer on this side. It is 2nd and 10 at the moment on that side. And over here, Houston with a big time rush play with number 28 taking it roughly to about the 7-yard line. Tennessee Titans defense absolutely losing their minds out there. What is going on with the Tennessee defense? I have no idea as to why Tennessee is all of a sudden playing terrible defense. They played phenomenal defense in the first and second quarters. They did not allow a lot of scoring. And now all of a sudden, look at Houston. They're only down by 11 and they're in the red zone. Boom. And I think that the rush play should be enough for a first. Tennessee right now allowing the offense of Houston to do whatever they want. And right now, Tennessee cannot afford for Houston to score a touchdown. If they do and get the 1-point field goal to be 21-17, and this will become a 4-point game, Tennessee has got to wake up on the defense. They have allowed number 28 to take full advantage on the ground game. And right now, Houston is not out of it. They can still pull off the upset. It is 1st and goal. They are right now at the 4-yard line of Tennessee territory. Tennessee defense holds up, and it may be a loss of about 2 or 3 yards for Houston. Unbelievable that Tennessee has been dominating this game, and now Houston trying to make a comeback in the fourth quarter, trying to rush the football and save themselves some time at the end to potentially steal this game. If they steal this game, I will be completely disgusted with the Tennessee offense and defense for allowing this opportunity for Houston to pull the upset. 2nd and goal with 11 minutes and 55 seconds remaining in the fourth. I don't want the Chiefs as the number 1 seed. I have nothing against them, but I would prefer Tennessee as the number 1 seed. In the Baltimore game right now, I believe was that an interception? I have not been keeping up, but it is 3rd and 25. It looks like no interception, but it is 3rd and 25 with Steelers with the football. Oh my goodness. And as I'm looking at the Steelers Ravens game, it looks like Houston scores a touchdown. 8 plays, 82 yards here. It looks like it is now 21-6. Tennessee potentially giving away the number 1 seed of the Chiefs if they lose. Do not allow them to win this game at the last minute. I cannot believe that Tennessee throws a pass into the end zone. Houston throws a pass to the end zone. Tennessee, no defense on the play. They allow the touchdown. Are they going for 2 or are they going for 1? I think Houston might be going for 2. I don't think they should go for 2. If I was them, I'd go for 1. Too risky, my friend. With 11 minutes and 40 seconds to go, they are going for the 2-point attempt. I would not go for this shit. I would not go for a 2-point attempt. If they don't get this, it'll be a 5-point game. They are going for it. 2-point attempt. A quick pass. They break the plane. And number 89 gets in, and it's good. Oh, my gosh. What is Tennessee doing? Tennessee screwing up so bad on the defense. Unfreaking believable. It is now a 3-point game. What the hell is going on in Houston? What the hell is going on? Tennessee was up 21-7 to start the third quarter. They have scored absolutely no points in the third quarter, and now it is 21-18. How the hell are they up by 14 points, and now they're only up by 3? Tennessee, what the hell are you thinking about? Score update, guys. Titans are only up by 3. Only up by 3. Yes, you heard it here. They were winning 21-0 at the half. Then it was 21-7 in the third. And now it's 21-18 in the fourth. Unbelievable comeback so far by the Houston Texans trying to pull up the upset. If they pull up the upset, Tennessee will remain in second place. And if the Bengals win today, which so far looks like they're losing, Tennessee may drop to third. Not a good look by Tennessee to potentially go from stealing the number 1 seed back from the Kansas City Chiefs to potentially dropping down to the number 3 seed. And if the Bills win today, shit, they might even fall as low as number 4 seed potentially. So Tennessee, this is not a good look right now to only be up by 3 with a lot of time remaining in the fourth quarter. Score update, guys. Here is your score update right now. Here is your score update. Titans are only up by 3. Somehow, some way, the Houston Texans have found a way to make a comeback. I cannot believe that the Tennessee Titans have squandered the possibility of taking the number one seed. They're only up by 3 points, and there's still a lot of time left in the fourth quarter. Let's go ahead and get a score update from the other games and see if anything has changed. It is still 14-10 with the Browns still up. It is 10 minutes and 9 seconds remaining in the fourth. The Bengals only have so much opportunity left. If the Bengals do not win this game, they are currently at third. They may drop down to the fourth seed. If the Bengals and the Titans both win today, Titans will go up to number one, and then the Bengals may go up to number two because they have a better conference record than the Kansas City Chiefs. So right now the Bengals need to get this victory. Let me double check on that. I'll tell you guys right now if the Bengals can steal second. Actually, no, mistaken. I've said that before. No, they're 10-6, so they will go up to 11-6. So the best that the Bengals can do is third. The only way they can go into second place is if the Titans lose today, because I believe the Bengals have a better conference record than the Titans and the Chiefs. So if the Titans lose, they will remain in second. But then if the Bengals win, the Bengals will go in second and Titans go in third. But if Titans win, they go to first, Chiefs go to second, and Bengals remain in third. And then if the Bills win, Bengals go down to fourth. So right now, no score changes for the Browns and the Bengals. Let's go back to the Ravens and the Steelers. Any score updates here? No. It is 2nd and 8 with 9 minutes and 30 seconds to go. And Baltimore, this game, I almost feel like the Steelers are gonna win, even though they're down by 4. Ravens this season, after Jackson was out, they have been losing games that they should have easily won. They've been losing games. Ravens right now, they run up the football, they get the rush, should be good for about 9 or 10 yards, so should be good for a first. But the Ravens have been giving opportunities for other teams to steal the game at the last minute. The way that they lost that game recently, 20-19 to the Rams, that was a terrible loss by the Ravens. Had they won that game, they wouldn't even have to worry so much about this game. They would still need to win this game to just ensure that they stay within the playoff picture. But losing to the Rams definitely caused them to get out of the playoff picture. And the game they lost before that, Ravens have been on a losing streak lately. That has not helped them. Right now, guys, here we go. Let's see if there's any updates on the Tennessee side. It's 21-18, 11 minutes and 3 seconds, 2nd and 8. Tennessee has got to score a touchdown. They need a touchdown. They've got to score a touchdown here, and they need to stop the Houston Texans from getting another touchdown themselves. 21-18. Tennessee was up most of the game by 21 points. Then they were up most of the third by 14 points. And now they're only up by 3 in the fourth quarter with a lot of time remaining. If Tennessee doesn't score here, Houston may potentially take over on the scoreboard. It's only a 3-point game. Let's see, Ravens and Steelers at the moment. Looks like Ravens, 4th and 1. They will not go for it on 4th and 1. It looks like they're going to punt it back to the Steelers with 8 minutes and 19 seconds to go. Right now it is 10-6. Baltimore is up. But it's not by a lot. They're only up by 4 points. Steelers, they catch the football. They run it up for about 15, 20 yards, and they end up at the 50-yard line. Baltimore is absolutely going to piss away the opportunity to maybe make a playoff picture. Baltimore right now, not looking good. They're only up by 4, 10-6, and the Steelers catch the football with good field position, run it up for about another 10, 15 yards, and get it to about the 50-yard line. Tennessee with a big-time pass to number 15, their boy Westbrook. A sensational catch, and the boy gets it deeper into the field. No pun intended. Right now they are in Houston territory with that big-time pass. Now they go for a rush play. It should be good for only about 2. But the previous play was a big-time pass to number 15, Westbrook, and they end up into the Houston territory. Right now they are very close to the red zone. So if Tennessee can score a touchdown, Tennessee can potentially go back up. Tennessee can potentially go back up to 10-point lead. It's a very close one right now. It's 2nd and 7. 9 minutes and 4 seconds remaining. One of the fans in the stadium has a sign that says, "It's Tanny time." So is it time for Tannehill to make another illustrious pass? The ball is at the 31, 2nd and 7. They go for a run play. Oh, and initially it looks like they were going to get a loss, but they gain about 1 yard. Tennessee has got to play for a touchdown. Right now, they're within field goal range, but they've got to play for a touchdown. They cannot afford to just settle for 3, because then the lead will only be 6. And that means that Houston can go up by 1 point on the next drive. Tennessee right now fighting to get back the number 1 seed. Let's see right now what's going on at the Browns and Bengals and see if there's any score updates. It's still 14-10, 3rd-and-9. Browns have the football. 7 minutes and 35 seconds remaining. Oh, shit. The Browns are within the red zone. Right now, the Browns are within the red zone. It is 3rd-and-9. So will they get another touchdown? If they get another touchdown, I think the Bengals will lose the game. Bengals have not scored in a while. The Browns, is it a touchdown? Oh, and it is. The Browns. Number 25, Dimitri Felton, will not be denied. Initially, it looked like he was only going to gain about 3 yards and potentially end up with a 4th down, which looked like they were going to have to settle for a field goal. He takes the impact, does not fall down on the tackle, continues to move forward, and scores a touchdown. A beautiful play. Look at the replay. Passes it. Number 25 runs it in. Will not be denied by the defense and scores a touchdown. The Bengals may potentially have lost this game and may potentially lose the 3rd seed if the Bills win today. The Bengals will not improve their playoff picture, most likely. There's only 7 minutes and 14 seconds remaining. The Browns go up 21-10, and half of the 4th quarter is officially over. So the Browns may potentially have won this game. Score update. Browns now up 21-10. The Bengals may have squandered the opportunity, man, to improve and to maintain 3rd. Bengals may end up as the 4th seed if the Bills win later on today. An opportunity squandered by the Bengals. Score update, guys. The Browns now scored a touchdown and a 1-point field goal, which puts them at 21-10. Let's go to the Ravens and see if the Ravens have an opportunity to go ahead and extend the lead and also stop the Steelers from scoring. It is 2nd-2 and 7 minutes and 58 seconds remaining in the 4th quarter for the Ravens-Steelers game. If the Pittsburgh Steelers do not score on this drive, I don't see them making a comeback. It's only 4 points, though. All right, here we go. Actually, let me see. 2nd-2. Who has the football? I can't even tell. Last time I checked, the Steelers had the football. It looks like the Steelers should still have the football. 2nd-2. So Roethlisberger is still out on the field. So, yeah. Woo! Here we go. Tennessee getting back from commercial. Oh, a big-time pass. Tennessee. Number 86 leaps into the air, catches the football in his stomach. It looks like it is Tannehill time. Tanny time is in full effect. It is 1st and goal. Beautiful, beautiful pass for about 23 yards. Tannehill finding the open receiver, number 86. He takes the impact. He catches the football first, takes the impact, holds the football on the way down. And Tennessee, if they can score here, is maybe all she wrote for Houston. There's still a lot of time left, though. They gave the football to number 7, Foreman. He runs it in for about 3 yards. It'll be a 2nd and goal at about the 3rd-yard line. Tennessee, the fans, I'm sure, are anticipating in sheer nervousness right now, hoping that they get another 7 on the scoreboard. If they get another 7, they may potentially take this game home and take number 1 seed. In the Ravens game right now, 7 minutes and 25 seconds to go. Looks like the Steelers were able to get the 1st down. So right now the drive is still alive at the moment. Looks like the drive is still alive. All right, guys. Give me 1 second here. I'm trying to look for something here. Looks like my phone battery is dying. It's on 5%. Oh, and Tennessee, before my phone dies, Tennessee scores a touchdown. Looks like there's no flags on a play. 8 plays, 75 yards, 4 minutes and 40 seconds. Tennessee scores a touchdown, and they are up 27-18. Beautiful play. Beautiful play by Tennessee. Tennessee may have sealed the deal on this play right here. A pass to Jones, number 2 in the end zone, all alone, 2 feet in, nothing going out of bounds. A beautiful pass by Tannehill. Boom. They're up 27-18. They keep it safe, go for the 1 point field goal. The 1 point field goal is good, and it is 28-18 Tennessee. Another score update. The Titans go up by 10. Beautiful play by Tannehill. Beautiful play by Jones. Get into the right spot in the end zone. Wide open. Tennessee 28-18. What a beautiful play by Tennessee. Give me 1 second. I'm going to get off. I'm not going to turn the broadcast off, but I got to get my charger for my cell phone so that I can make sure I keep that play, keep that game still running. All right, guys. So it looks like I was able to go ahead and get the charger, but I got it like 1 second late. So my phone battery just died. So I have to go ahead and keep updated on these 3 games on the TV for the moment. And we'll go ahead and continue watching here. Oh, it looks like Houston just got a really nice play right here. Looks like they got it to what, about the 45, the 50? Oh, and it looks like number 26 on the Tennessee Titans at the moment is down on the ground. Looks like he potentially could be injured. Let's switch over to Baltimore. See what's going on there. It's a 3rd and 9. Steelers still have possession of the football. Ravens, man, they do this shit every fucking week. The Ravens every week do this. It looks like Bengals are still down 21-10. 5 minutes and 45 seconds to go. I honestly don't think there's enough time for the Bengals to make a comeback. So I'm going to be honest. I think the Browns may have done enough to be able to pull off the upset and to be able to beat the Bengals at home. They beat the Bengals at their own home. I mean, Cleveland is at home, so they won at home. Yeah, right now, Bengals, I don't think they're going to make a comeback. They're down by 11, and there's only 5 and change left on the clock. I don't see a comeback. Right now, Baltimore still 10-6, 5 minutes, 10 seconds to go, 2nd and 10. Roethlisberger still on the field. They are within the red zone, 19-yard line at the moment, 2nd and 10. They go for a rush play, and they get it to about the 16. Let's see what's going on in Houston. Nothing right now. Commercial break. See what's going on in Cleveland. It's about to be a false start. They get the hike off in time. Hail Mary pass is no good. Damn, have they even passed the football at all to Chase today? Shit. Bengals only got 10 points. Losing by 11, 3rd and 7, 4 minutes and 33 seconds to go. Not a lot of opportunity. The Browns right now, I think, are just playing for bragging rights because I don't think the Browns have any opportunity to make playoffs. I think they're already eliminated as far as the playoff up. Yeah, Browns have no chance of making playoffs. Right now, they're just trying to stop the Bengals from maintaining third. So it's going to be very interesting how this game turns out. But the Bengals are about to lose. They're about to be 10-7. It's opening up the door for the Bills to go ahead and take the third seed. See what's going on in Tennessee. Tennessee should have this one in the bag, but we will continue to cover it all the way to the end just to make sure that there's no nonsense going on by Houston at the end of this game. So right now, guys, give me 1 second. Just trying to get the game here back on the cell phone, so I don't have to switch to 3 on the TV. I just switched to 2 on the TV. But here we go. Houston. Oof. Houston. A big time pass again to number 89, Amendola. I know they're thinking, Amen for Dola. Amendola. A big, huge pass, not only for a first down, but he ends up at about the 27-yard line. He's officially got the Houston Texans into the Tennessee territory, and right now they may potentially get into the red zone. Damn, this game is getting interesting with 4 minutes and 38 seconds to go. Here we go. Sensational play by Houston, trying to pull up the upset. Houston right now just doing everything in their power to prevent Tennessee from trying to get the number 1 seed. I don't think there's enough time for it. I will say that. I don't think there's enough time for it. But I will say that the opportunity may still be there. It's 4 minutes and 38 seconds to go. So let's see how they play this out. Here we go, Houston. Down by 10. 4 minutes, 38 seconds to go, 1st and 15. Oof. A pass, but it's only going to be good for about 4 yards. It's not going to be enough. Number 24, shit, on the Tennessee defense. Looks like he got a pretty big impact on that one. He ran into number 89, the intended receiver for Houston, and he got his ass clocked. Well, he did the clocking, and then it looks like he might have hurt himself during that exchange. He's the one that went to go tackle the intended receiver, and somehow he ended up feeling injured. So we're back to the Browns game. Browns. Looks like they're still up by 11. Bengals not doing anything possible to make a comeback. Bengals right now screwing up this game to be able to maintain. Oh my gosh, guys, score update. The Steelers score a touchdown. And it looks like now the game is 13-10. They also get the 1-point field goal. They were losing 10-6. Now they're up 13-10. The Ravens need to score a field goal to tie or a touchdown to win. I'm telling you, man, this Baltimore Ravens team absolutely sucks, dude. They absolutely suck this season. Like, I don't even care how many injuries they've got. They just absolutely suck. The Ravens have always been known to be a better franchise than this. They absolutely suck this season. Sorry to say it, man, but they are just absolute trash. Unfreaking believable what's going on. Ravens need a touchdown badly. They need a touchdown real badly. 13-10. Browns, I think I'm going to declare that game pretty much over. So we're going to stick here to Baltimore and Pittsburgh and Tennessee game. Oh, shit, guys. Another score update. Houston with a 26-yard touchdown reception. They got 7 reception. Hold on. What the hell just happened here? Is that Amendola again, number 89? Bro, this dude literally catches everything. Bro, Amendola has been killing them out there. 1-point field goal. They decide not to go for a 2-point attempt on this one. They decided to keep it clean and go with just one, which I'm surprised because they went for a 2-point attempt the last time and they got it. Bro, unbelievable. Even the Tennessee coach has the most surprised look on his face right now. He's like, what the fuck is going on in this game? Bro, it is another touchdown by Houston Texans, and there's still 4 minutes and 4 seconds remaining, which leaves Tennessee right now up by only 3 points again. What the hell is going on? What is going on with this Tennessee-Houston game, bro? This is fucking bananas. The Ravens right now, 2 minutes and 40 seconds to go, 2nd and 10. Oof, they get a big-time pass, and it's good for about 11 yards. It should be good for a first. Baltimore Ravens with 2 minutes and 33 seconds on the clock. Baltimore has all 3 timeouts plus the 2-minute warning. So if they're able to use the 2-minute warning plus their 3 timeouts, they may potentially be able to go ahead and steal this game at the end with a touchdown. But unbelievable. Tennessee slacking on the defense so bad. Oh, the Ravens. The quarterback decides to run it in. Hurtley, number 2, decides to run it in. The defense by the Steelers absolutely confused out there, not knowing what the hell is going on. Ravens will let the clock go to the 2-minute warning, and they will be able to potentially save all 3 timeouts within the 2 minutes. Damn, the Ravens, a quarterback rush to get a first and a whole lot more. Ravens need to score the touchdown. I would not risk just going for the 3-point field goal and end up in overtime with the Steelers. I'd go for the win. Tennessee over here. Tennessee only up by 3. Unbelievable that they allowed Houston to make this crazy illustrious comeback. Tennessee right now is on their own 28. If they lose this shit, bro, I will be so aggravated. I cannot believe Tennessee has allowed this to happen. Boom, a big-time pass to number 11. He takes the impact, and it should be good for about 16 yards. No flags, and Tennessee moving the clock, moving quickly up the field, but also allowing the clock to tick. Tennessee has only 1 timeout, I believe. Houston has, I think, all 3. So Houston still may have an opportunity. But if Tennessee scores a touchdown here, then the game is officially over. Number 11, beautiful reception, man. Guy has played phenomenal the entire game. Number 11 and number 15, those 2 guys have been on the button with the receptions in this game. Tennessee loses this game, they can drop as low as 2, 3, or 4, which is exactly what I was saying. If they win, they seal the deal at number 1. But if they lose, they will end up at 2, 3, or 4. So Tennessee, man, it's a must win. You want to get that first week bye, and you don't want to end up in a worse position playing a team in 2, 3, or 4. If they end up in 2, 3, or 4, they could potentially play a team that even if they're in a lower seed, they could potentially pull an upset. You want to get that first round bye, pivotal first round bye. Tennessee up 28-25, 3 minutes, 41 seconds to go. They need to go ahead and get this touchdown and burn as much clock as possible. But my main focus would be just get the touchdown. Don't even worry about the clock. Get the touchdown. If you get the touchdown, there is no opportunity for Houston to make a comeback because there's less than 4 minutes to go. Tennessee right now is at the 44-yard line. Tennessee has all 3 timeouts. I thought they only had 1. They have all 3 timeouts. They go for a run play, and unfortunately, the Houston defense sees it, and Tennessee may potentially lose 3 yards on the play. Wow, guys, this game has been crazy for Tennessee. Let me give you guys the score updates. Tennessee right now is only up by 3, 28-25, and Baltimore is now losing. Right now, these are the current score updates. The Steelers scored a touchdown on one of the previous drives, so they're up 13-10. Baltimore right now in the territory of the Steelers and trying to do whatever they can to score. This 1 minute and 46 seconds to go, and Baltimore has all three timeouts. It is going down to the wire. If Baltimore wins and Indy loses at Jacksonville, which is what may happen, Baltimore may have an opportunity to go ahead and get into the playoff picture. They also need, I think, the Chargers to lose. So still opportunity. Ravens have got to win this. 3rd and 2 right now. Tennessee, 3rd and 2 as well. Damn, Baltimore out there down by 3. 1 minute and 13 seconds to go. And I think Baltimore may have screwed up. They screwed up on the 3rd down. And unfortunately, I think they may have to settle for the field goal. I would not go for it on 4th down. Now they almost have to go for the field goal. Baltimore has had so many close losses this season. Tennessee right now rushing the football. Ooh, getting the 1st down. Nice play on 3rd and 2. Tennessee keeps the drive alive, and the referees say it is good for a 1st down. 2 minutes, 33 seconds to go. Tennessee has 3 timeouts. Tennessee still with an opportunity to go ahead and extend the drive to be able to see if they can keep the football long enough to win this game. Justin Tucker from Baltimore, 18 straight made field goals with a chance to tie the game right here for 13-13 on 4th and 2. Baltimore pretty much shot themselves in the foot, man. They could have scored a touchdown, and they didn't do it. Oh, the field goal is almost a miss. Almost hits the pillar. It is 13-13, 1 minute and 13 seconds to go. With the score 13-13, 1 minute and 13 seconds to go. Score is tied right now. The Ravens left time for the Steelers to still steal the game at the end. Right now in Tennessee, it looks like they're doing a review. They're showing the replay. Man, that guy had enough to get the 1st, bro. Number 40, his knees were still in the air, and by the time his knee landed, he was well over the marker. He passed the marker. They better not screw Tennessee out of this game. They better not screw Tennessee out of this game. They're reviewing this shit and replaying this shit way too much. Green Bay Packers potentially losing to the Lions so far, 34-30. The Packers don't want to lose that game. Packers lose that game, I think they can slip out of 1st. Let me see, because Rams are 12-4. Oh, right now it's showing an update. Holy crap. There's a huge update, guys. I'll tell you in a moment once we finish watching this Tennessee game. Hold on. And the Baltimore game. Baltimore has 1 minute and 13 seconds to go. Tennessee game has 2 minutes and 22 seconds to go. Houston throws out a challenge that says it's not a 1st down. They review it and they say the call stands, which it should, because that was definitely a 1st down. Houston loses their timeout. They had 1 timeout left. They will be charged with the final timeout. The challenge is a loss, and Tennessee still has 3 timeouts and 2 minutes and 22 seconds to go. They may also potentially get the 2-minute warning to favor them. Tennessee with a rush play. Number 40 gets it in. It looks like it's no gain. Guys, so let me tell you really quick. Hold on. Wait, Baltimore. Looks like they have something going on over here too. The Steelers 1st and 10 on their 25, their own 25. Pass the football. He stays inbounds. He gets the 1st, but the clock is still ticking. There's a whole lot of clock still ticking. Pittsburgh has only 1 timeout. Baltimore has 3. So, guys, right now there's a commercial break on the Tennessee game, and on the Baltimore game right now it's still moving. So check this out, guys. This is what it looks like now. So many different games have just played out, so the slots have changed tremendously. So, right, Chiefs still 1, Titans still 2, but Patriots have now boosted up to number 3. The Patriots were the number 5 seed, and now they're the number 3 seed, tied with the Bengals and the Bills. The Chargers are number 6. The Raiders are now number 6 as well, and the Colts are now number 6. So Colts, Raiders, and Chargers are all tied at number 6. And then the Steelers are number 9 with 8, 7, and 1. The Dolphins are number 10. The Ravens are number 10. Browns are 12. Broncos 13. So a whole lot of playoff picture just changed and updated within a matter of like seconds, dude. I have no idea how all of that just happened, but there's a lot of teams that are currently tied for the 3rd and the 6th seeds at the moment. This is crazy. Still a lot of football left to be played. Right now, 52 seconds, a 2nd and 10. Pittsburgh has the football. Woo! Jacksonville absolutely dominating the Colts 26-11 with 2 minutes and 6 seconds to go in the 4th quarter. The Colts lose this game, my friend. They may potentially get bumped out of the playoffs. Crazy stuff going on right now. Steelers looks like it goes for like a short pass. They go out of bounds, so the clock stops. Still 13-13 at the moment. Right now, guys, the Steelers go for another pass, 3rd and 4. I don't know if it's going to be enough. It might be going to 4th down. I think he's short by half a yard. Ooh, he runs over the marker out of bounds. Yeah, that's actually a full yard. I think that's actually a full yard behind. 4th and 1. If the Ravens can stop the Steelers right here, they may get the ball back with 2 timeouts on the Tennessee game. Tennessee Titans right now. Tennessee should be holding up this game right now. Damn, these 2 games are getting to the wire. Tennessee just got a good play on their side. Oh, Pittsburgh decides not to go for it. On 4th and 1, Pittsburgh decides not to go for it and is going to rely on their defense. Tennessee right now has got the fans clapping. The coach is excited. They're up by 3. It looks like they got 2nd and 11. And Tennessee should have enough to be able to steal. Tennessee should have enough to steal the top seed for first place. Man, oh man. I can't believe Pittsburgh did not go for it on 4th and 1. Pittsburgh not going for it on 4th and 1. They give it back to Baltimore. Baltimore, 36 seconds to go. They get a pass. They get a 1st down, and they run out of bounds with 31 seconds to go and 2 timeouts. Baltimore may potentially steal. And Tennessee Titans clinch the number 1 seed for the first round bye and for home field advantage. So Tennessee will get the first week off. They will get a break, and they will get home field advantage throughout the playoffs. Congratulations to the Tennessee Titans winning 28-25. We have now the Baltimore game still in effect. Baltimore, a big pass. Oh, and he catches it. But then he gets hit, and then the football goes out. So they're saying no good. Oh, my goodness. Damn. I think that should count as a catch. He's got 2 feet in, and then he gets hit, and he gets hit out. He already caught it, though. He's caught it, and he's got 2 feet in. Damn, they did not give it to Baltimore. 2nd and 10, 25 seconds to go. Going for a Hail Mary pass. No good. 20 seconds to go. I think this one's going to go into overtime, guys. I think this one is going to go into overtime. If you're just tuning in, Tennessee takes the number 1 seed. Tennessee's game is over. Tennessee wins 28-25. They hold on and they get the number 1 seed back from the Chiefs, and they get the opportunity to get home field advantage. Baltimore goes for another Hail Mary pass. No good. 16 seconds to go. I don't know why they keep throwing Hail Mary passes. All the Baltimore, just only thing they had to do was just get 2 short passes, get it within field goal range, and win the game. And you got 2 timeouts. Bro, I tell you, Baltimore absolutely sucks. The coaching staff sucks. The offensive coordinator must suck. The quarterback sucks. The decision making sucks. Like Baltimore just absolutely sucks this year in every possible category. They always blow leads at the end, and their defense has sucked. Wow, and they punt the football back to Pittsburgh. Pittsburgh has 1 timeout, and they punt the football back to Pittsburgh. Unbelievable, guys. I don't know what is going on in this Baltimore game, but it has been a shit show with this game with Baltimore. Unfreaking believable. And by the way, guys, the Bengals tried to make a last-minute comeback. It was to no avail. Final score is 21-16. So the Bengals potentially may drop. Bengals may potentially drop in the playoff picture. A lot of craziness going on right now. 13-13. Clock end of regulation hits 0-0. So it will unfortunately be overtime for the Baltimore Ravens and Pittsburgh Steelers. And to be honest, this game, regardless of who wins, it may not end up going in the favor of either one, because they still need a lot of playoff choices to happen here. They need, um, let's see, they still need the Colts to lose. Well, the Colts actually lost. They need the Chargers to lose to the Raiders. Um, yeah, I don't know. Steelers and Ravens, I'm still not even sure how they're in the picture. Because Raiders, if the Raiders win, they go up 10-7. So they'll take the number 6 seed, especially since the Colts lost. If the Chargers lose, they stay 9-8, and they'll be 9-8 with the Colts. So I don't see how the Steelers and Ravens would make it in with a 9-8, 9-7. Must have a better conference than the Chargers and the Colts if they're still in the bubble. So, guys, let me give you the score update for the 2 games that have officially ended. So here are the score updates. Titans win 28-25. They regained the number 1 seed and home court advantage for the playoffs. And they also get the first round bye. So they get number 1 seed, first round bye, and home court advantage. They were able to prevent Houston from making this illustrious comeback. Score ends up being 28-25, so it was close. Bengals end up losing to the Browns 21-16, which means that loss potentially could put the Bengals in the 4th seed if the Bills win today. Bengals can potentially drop. And at the moment, Ravens and Steelers are still playing. They're going into overtime. Right now, the score is 13-13. I mean, both teams still may not even make it, regardless of whichever one wins. Because honestly, if the Raiders win today and also the Chargers win today, that pretty much seals the deal right there. So right now, at the moment, it's saying that based on the current circumstances, the Colts are actually out of the playoff picture, and Vegas is in the seventh seed, and the Chargers moved up to the sixth seed. Unbelievable change of events. Damn. The Colts, man, kicking themselves out of the playoff picture. Holy crap, dude. That is crazy right now. Guys, the playoff picture actually just updated. So the Titans, of course, number one now. Chiefs, number two. So those two spots are pretty much done for. The AFC top seeds are pretty much done. Nobody's taking number one from Titans. The season's over. Nobody's gonna take number two for the Chiefs. The Bills now, because Bengals lose, the Bills have been pushed up to the third seed. So the Bills, they are now third. Bengals are now fourth. Patriots are fifth. Chargers moved up to number six, and the Raiders moved up from the eighth to the seventh seed, guys. So if the Raiders win and they go up 10-7 and the Chargers lose, then that means that the Raiders can go up to number six, and then number seven would be somewhere between the Chargers or the Steelers. Um, Looks like it will be between the Chargers and Steelers, I think. If the Ravens win today, I don't know if that would give them any opportunity to make it back into the playoff picture because they're currently number 11. So the slots have been changing positions. The Colts right now, man, going from what, the sixth to the ninth seed? Sheesh. That's crazy. And the Chargers go from the seventh to the sixth seed. Damn, son. Colts losing badly, bro, in Jacksonville. Right now, the overtime has started for the Baltimore Ravens and Pittsburgh Steelers. So right now, just waiting for that one to finish up, so I could see how this is all going to square out as far as the two bottom seeds. So right now, guys, it's OT. A lot of time has went off the clock and nobody has yet scored. Pittsburgh and Baltimore is 13-13 at the moment. 7 minutes and 33 seconds to go. Yep, guys. So still waiting on this game to finish to see what the final score will be, to see how it's going to impact the playoff picture. But right now, the top two seeds cannot change in the AFC. AFC will remain with Titans 1 and Chiefs number 2. No one has a close enough record to be able to scramble that. So right now, the fight is between 3 and 7, 3 to 7 seeds. Bengals losing today pushes them to fourth. If the Bills were to lose, I wonder how that's gonna alter it. I wonder if that would change the Bengals back to the third seed. Let me see. Have the Bills played yet? I don't know if the Bills already played. Looking to see what the scores are. See what the Bills got going on. The Bills play later on today against the Jets. So all they've got to do is beat the Jets in Buffalo. They beat the Jets in Buffalo, they're going to be the third seed. If they lose, I don't know if that's going to change the outcome of how everything's going to go. But right now, that's how the playoff picture changed. I was literally saying that too. I was like, bro, if the Bengals lose this game, bro, they are throwing away an opportunity because right now they are in fourth. The Bills are 6-5, so if they win, they'll be 7-5. The Bengals in the conference are 8-3. So all the Bills need to do is just win. They're only up at the moment by a slight advantage, and it's because the Bengals lost. Shit is crazy. Crazy stuff, bro. I know one of my friends she's a big time Raiders fan. She's probably gonna be happy as fuck because Raiders currently, because of the Colts losing, the Raiders currently are holding at number 7. Oh my goodness, dude. Ravens again finding a way to lose, dog. Steelers got the football. They got the first. They're getting closer and closer to scoring. Hold on, I'm about to leave her a message letting her know what's going on with the playoff picture. All right, just had to take a quick second there just to say a quick audio message to one of my friends who's a Raiders fan. Sure that she is going to be very excited and happy to know that her team is potentially going to the playoffs, but it's still not out yet because right now it is Raiders at 7, Steelers are at number 8, and they're 8-7-1. They're probably going to go to 9-7-1 because they're probably going to beat the Baltimore Ravens. Ravens suck. Um, so yeah. So if Raiders win today, they stay in 7, and if Chargers lose and Raiders win, Raiders go up to 6. Chargers drop down to 7. And actually, no, Chargers can also get kicked out of the picture. So if Chargers lose and Raiders and Steelers win, Chargers get knocked out of the picture. Yep. So potentially the Chargers can also end up out of the picture, just like the Colts were. That's going to be very interesting to see how that plays out. Going to be a very interesting playoff picture here. There's 4 minutes and 50 seconds to go, guys, with 13-13. I think they're almost trying to rig this game so that both the Steelers and the Ravens lose. So they both end up with a tie. Because if both the Ravens and the Steelers end up with a tie, that's probably going to end up meaning the Chargers and the Raiders will more than likely keep the 6th and 7th seed. Colts, I don't think have a chance to make it back in the picture unless Raiders lose and Chargers lose. That might be the only way. But yeah, it's going to be an interesting game because if Raiders lose, maybe Colts somehow sneak back into the picture. Oh my goodness. Steelers right now on 2nd and 8 doing absolutely nothing. The clock is ticking super fast. It's 4 minutes remaining. Both teams have 2 timeouts. The score is 13-13, bro. And it is 3rd down. If the Ravens find a way to stop Pittsburgh Steelers right now, the Ravens can either steal it. If not, this shit is probably going to end up in a tie. And that would be stupid crazy for this shit to end up in a tie. And I feel like they almost rigging this game to do that shit. Detroit beat Green Bay, so Green Bay loses. Green Bay will go to 13-4. I don't think anybody has an opportunity. Oh, actually, the Bucks. If the Bucks have a victory today over the Panthers and their record is better than Green Bay, they could probably steal first place and get the first round bye. Oh my gosh, the Steelers end up getting a catch with number 18, which is good for a first down, and they run out of bounds, which is going to stop the clock. Baltimore is about to lose this freaking game. Damn. 3 minutes, 22 seconds, and the clock has stopped. Unbelievable, bro. They always find a way to rig this shit for the Steelers. It's crazy. Next score wins the game, so either team just needs a field goal. They're still not within field goal, but they're going to get it. They're going to get it. They go for the rush play. They gain about 2 or 3 yards. Clock is ticking very quickly. Steelers are still not within field goal range. Them boys looking cold as fuck out there. They need about 7, maybe 8 more yards, maybe 10, maybe 12-ish. Let me see. To score this field goal right here. It's getting close. Getting close. Here we go. 2nd and 8. Oh, man, is that a catch? They're saying no good. Oh, shit. They're saying no good. They're saying it touched the grass first. No good. Oh, the ball came out. He actually caught it without it touching the grass, but unfortunately the football slips right out, bro. Damn. 2 minutes, 31 seconds to go. It is 3rd and 8. 2 minutes and 32 seconds to go. Actually, they put 1 second back on the clock. I'm not sure why the clock stopped. It's not like they went out of bounds. It's not within the 2 minutes. Somehow they stopped the clock. That's weird. Looks like Steelers are going to go and call a timeout. Looks like they're calling a timeout, trying to see what's up with the last minute heroics. Let me go ahead and take a quick peek over here. I want to see Green Bay's record on the conference. They're 9-2, and the Bucks are 7-4. Yeah, so even if the Bucks win today, they'll be 8-4. That won't be enough to steal first place. That will not be enough to steal first place. But I think the Rams could. Let me see. Do the Rams have enough to steal first? Well, if the Rams win today, they'll go 9-3. Just like the Packers, they'll go 9-3, and then I guess at that point, damn, their non-conferences 4-1. Oh, the Steelers dropped the football again, deflected by Baltimore. 4th and 8. What are they gonna do? Are they actually gonna go for it on 4th and 8? Oh, actually, number 18 catches the ball, but it slips right through his arms. Oh shit. Well, have the Rams played yet today? I don't think so. I think the Rams are supposed to play. Ooh, the Rams are playing the 49ers in LA. So if the Rams win, they would go 9-3, and they would have the same overall record and conference record as the Packers. Ooh, damn. How would that play then? What do they? Because the non-conference still have the same. The conference still have the same. And let me see. Let me check divisionals. I don't think they're in the same division. That's going to be very interesting. Where are the LA Rams? Nope. Packers and Rams are two completely separate divisions. Shit. How are they gonna figure that one out? Because the Rams have a better road record than the Packers. They would have the same win percentage, the same overall score, the same conference, the same non-conference. How the hell would they figure that out? If that's crazy. How would they figure that one out? I almost want the Rams to win. Oh my gosh, dude. The fucking Steelers get the pass. Bro, they get enough for the first. Damn, bro. Baltimore, bro. Right now, Baltimore has either rain or hail coming down. And I'm going to tell you right now, they say when it rains, it pours. And it is pouring right now in Baltimore. The Steelers, bro, a bullshit catch to keep the drive alive. Man, this is crazy. I can't believe it. I cannot believe it, dog. Steelers are going to find a way to sneak into the playoffs. A bunch of BS. This game is becoming total BS. Damn, bro. It's like I feel like they almost got this shit rigged for him. You know what I'm saying? All right, 2 minutes and 16 seconds to go for the Steelers. Steelers have 0 timeouts at this point. Baltimore has 1 timeout left, and there's 2 minutes and 13 seconds to go, and they are already within field goal range. Field goal range. The other two games have already finished, so Tennessee Titans win 28-25, get the number 1 seed, home court advantage, and they also get to get the first round bye. Bengals lose to the Browns. So all of that changed the playoff picture, and the Colts losing to the Jaguars by a blowout kicks them out of the playoff picture. So it's a whole lot of changes in the playoff brackets. Steelers right now trying to get this victory. If they do get this victory, I think the Colts and Ravens are both officially eliminated. Oh my goodness, Ravens, bro. Ravens, absolute shit show out there, bro. This is crazy, dog. It looks like it's gonna go down to 2 minutes. Man, bro, this game still ain't over. Unbelievable. This shit has been crazy. Shit, I'm already pretty much ready for this game to be over. They're gonna give it to the Steelers, man. Just give it to the Steelers already. Stop fucking around. They're trying to rig this game so hard for the Steelers to make playoffs, so that Roethlisberger could try to make this bullshit run. Like it's like they didn't want him to leave, leave with an L. You feel me? They wanted to keep his hopes alive and shit. The other games later on today, they don't look that good. Bills and Jets, that's probably going to be a trash game. But Bills definitely want to win that game to maintain third. Because if they lose, I don't know, that might give the Bengals back the third seed. Cardinals, Seahawks, I think Cardinals definitely going to want to win that one because for the Cardinals, they are currently, I think, in what, fifth? They are fifth. Well, actually, Cardinals win, lose, or draw doesn't even matter. They can't go any higher than fifth, and they can't go any lower than fifth. So really, for the Cardinals, that game doesn't even matter. It's kind of a useless game for them. That game does not matter at all, whether they win, lose, or draw. The only thing they can do is, will the Seahawks have any chance? Oh, the Steelers kicked the field goal, guys, and it's good. Steelers kicked the field goal, and it's good. Well, there you have it, guys. The Steelers win this shit by a miracle, dude. Win this shit by a miracle. A field goal, it's good. Steelers win it 16-13. As I stated earlier, Tennessee won 28-25, and the Browns beat the Bengals 21-16. But the story here is that looks like Roethlisberger is not yet going home. Looks like this will not be this last game of the season. And maybe, maybe not. So they improved to 9-7-1. Because they improved, because they improved 9-7-1. That means both the Ravens and the Colts are officially eliminated. Damn. The Steelers winning this game not only took out the Ravens, but it took out the Colts. Bro, if the Steelers would have lost this game, the Colts may have potentially still had a chance to sneak back in, I think, if the Raiders were to lose. So unfortunately, damn, the Colts are gone. The Colts are gone from the playoff picture. Them losing and then the Steelers winning has taken them out of the picture. Ravens and Colts are officially both gone. Steelers win it 16-13 in overtime with less than 2 minutes remaining. And it looks like goodbye, Colts. Goodbye, Ravens. Steelers go up 9-7-1. And now it all comes down to the Chargers and the Raiders. So if the Raiders lose, the Steelers are in. If the Chargers lose, then I think the Steelers are in as well. So Chargers and Raiders both have to win today to maintain 6 and 7 seed. Yep. So if the Chargers lose and the Raiders both lose, that means the Chargers will probably get 7 and Steelers will get 6. If the Raiders win and the Chargers lose, then the Raiders would get 6 and the Steelers would get 7. And if the Chargers win and the Raiders win, then they both stay where they're at and the Steelers do not make playoffs. So Chargers and Raiders both need to win to prevent getting kicked out of the playoff picture. The Raiders literally just got into the playoff picture because the Colts lost earlier today. So in order for that to maintain, Raiders have got to win, and in order for the Chargers to maintain, got to win as well. So Steelers are not yet in the picture. Not just yet. But guys, thanks so much for tuning in. Make sure to like, comment, and subscribe. I'm available on Facebook, YouTube, Twitch, and Twitter. Have a great rest of your day. I don't see too many games for tonight as far as doing an additional live stream. So I hope you enjoyed this live stream today of the 3 games that we covered, and of course keeping you updated on some of the other games that impacted the situation. Maybe, just maybe, I possibly may do a final live stream at 8:20 for the Raiders and Chargers game because ironically, those two teams are the 6th and the 7th seeds. So actually, I have no idea how that would play out then because one of those teams has to lose. So I have no idea how that's going to play out. Does that mean the Steelers gets in by default? Because the final game is the Chargers versus the Raiders, and they're both number 6 and number 7. So how does that factor in? One of them has to lose. Um, so damn, that means one of them, I think, potentially is going home. That's bananas. Woof, that should be interesting. Well, have a great rest of your day. Have a happy Sunday and enjoy the start of your new week. Thank you for tuning in.